Here I am lying in a bed I didn't choose. Got plenty of time, ain't got no money to lose. Time keeps drifting, my body's getting older. My goals keep shifting, dreams starting to smolder. If I had desire, I might do something new. If I had more luck, I wouldn't have lost my love with you. If I had more will, I would have begged you to stay. If I had a time machine, I'd go back and fix that day. Time is running out, I've got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Time is running short, I've got nothing at all to show. Will it ever change? Can anyone ever really know? No one knows. I'm stuck in this town, I've got nowhere else to go. You left me on a Sunday alone in a quiet church. My body's weak and my heart's stuck in a lurch. I don't comprehend the words you spoke. My brain refuses to believe, must be a cruel joke. I keep thinking one day you'll come back to me. Use your magic hands reversing this lobotomy. You'll give me what I need, bringing back sanity. You'll make it all feel better, erase calamity. Time is running out, I've got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Time is running short, I've got nothing at all to show. Will it ever change? Can anyone ever really know? No one knows. I'm stuck in this town, I've got nowhere left to go. Whoever said love lasts forever, I guess didn't have a clue. It wasn't even a year, now I'm all alone, just longing for you. The trees aren't so green, and the stars have lost their shine. Nothing feels right when you're gone and aren't mine. Yeah, I gotta come back and fix this mess you made. Shine light back into my soul, extinguish this eternal shade. Look what you did, you've destroyed the best parts of me. Taking all my support, destroying all I was and all I could ever be. Time is running out, I've got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Time is running short, I've got nothing at all to show. Will it ever change? Can anyone ever really know? No one knows. I'm stuck in this town, I got nowhere else to go. Are you ready? Uno, dos, tres. Let's learn Japanese. It's never too late. Taking you from zero to fluent Japanese from zero. Let's go! You've watched anime since you were in high school. You thought about learning before everyone thought it was cool. Well, now's the time. Get off your butt and learn to speak before your body hurts and your bones are brittle and weak. Only time can tell how good you'll get. If you don't start now, it's something you'll surely regret. So let's crack open the book and start right away. The best time to learn was last year, the second best time today. Woo! Learning Japanese for all the cute girls and boys. If you're already married, ignore all that noise. Anime is cool, Japanese food tastes great. Start learning Japanese now, it's never ever too late. If you like Japanese drama, you shouldn't procrastinate. You can hear Japan calling, it's always been your fate. Japanese and you is like seaweed on sushi, a perfect fit. Let's keep the learning going, you'll love every bit. Osaka in the the west, Tokyo's in the east, Okinawa is south. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I'll give you mouth to mouth. I'm just kidding, that would be pretty strange. Physical contact is out of my range. Learning Japanese for all the cute boys and girls with their intricate dresses and their colorful twists and twirls. Pokemon is fun. Japanese music sounds great. Start learning Japanese now. It's never ever too late. People say Japanese is hard and they are right. But you aren't one to back down. You're ready for the fight. You'll study every day, learning every word and phrase. And once you're conversational, you're ready for the next phase. A future awaits where you're fluent in Japanese. A loving wife, a husband awaits you, and they've got needs. So let's keep up the pace and never back down. Those that didn't believe you, they were wrong. They're just a clown. Learning Japanese for all the right and wrong reasons. Japanese is hard, but Japan is beautiful in all of its seasons. Because manga is fun, Japanese games are great. Start learning Japanese now. It's never, ever too late. Yeah! Come on, folks. Let's learn Japanese. It's never too late. Taking you from zero to fluent. Japanese from zero, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Yeah. All right. All right. Energy available. We are ready. Welcome. I don't need these. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Yeah, I do got to get that drum set. You're not wrong. I definitely need the drum set. The drum set would be something I need. Good to see you all. It's always fun. Learn Japanese with you guys. That is true, Red Sox. It's always fun. Always, always fun. Hello, Kuro Suzume. Konnichiwa, wherever you're from. All right. Well, I don't know if I'm having a good hair day or a bad hair day. I can't tell. I'm trying to lengthen it out a little bit, but I feel like if I wear a wife beater shirt, would this be better? Just coming with a wife beater shirt. That's the hair I got going right now. And I finally got my monitor back up here in the back, so that's nice. I unplugged it a while back and then I forgot to plug it back in, so I had black monitor for the last 3 or 4 live streams. Yesterday, I spent most of the day fixing songs. I reworked the Love Death song that you heard in the beginning, and then I fixed the Chinese Girls Rock My World song, which I'm thinking of renaming. I think it should be called I Need to Study More Chinese, because that's the main thing that I'm saying. 我得学习中文更多 is what I'm saying in the chorus. So I thought, maybe I'll do that. Good hair, it works. Okay, it's a good hair day. Good, I didn't know. It's hard to tell. But yeah, I was Violet's right. I was looking at drum sets yesterday because I bought these, and this is my favorite sound in the world right here. Because it always leads into a song. It's like I want drum sets. So I was looking at, there's this like cheapy kit from Donner. They have like a $300 one, and then they have up to like an $800 one, and they just, that looks so cool, Before that, I was looking for looper equipment, and I thought I'll get a looper with drum stuff in it, and then I can like pull out a guitar, and play one thing, and then pull out. Oh, hang on. I actually got this out. I forgot to put it over here. This. Bought that a while back. I think this allows me to loop as well. It's been in my closet. All right. Every time I get a ping on my news app, I'm hoping. I just have hope in my heart. And I don't even have to tell you what I'm hoping for. You all know what I'm hoping for. You do look like you went through a wind tunnel a bit. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? Sorry about that. I'm not here to be an idol. I'm just here to be here if you guys have Japanese questions and to talk about random things and to have fun, to generally enjoy the day. Been going through the novel with Violet, actually, in the evenings. Let me see. I keep talking about it. Hang on. Oh, my gosh. Okay. You know what? I don't have a copy of it. I did reclaim a copy. I gave a copy to one of my friends, and I said, look, man, I only got 5 of these copies that I've made. You have to promise me you're going to read it. So I'll definitely read it. And he didn't read it. I said, look, man, you got to give me back my book. Really? I'm like, yeah, give it back. I didn't give it to you because I liked you. I gave it to you because I wanted some feedback, and you're not giving me any feedback. So I just realized why my camera shakes when I hit the desk. Hang on, let me move this over here. There we go. So yeah, he didn't read it, but Violet has read it. My friend, I say my friend, definitely, I've known him for like a long time. He was a student of mine. Dave, he's read it. The guy that inspired the book, Indigo, has read it. A couple of the girls at the consignment furniture shop that used to be near our house, they read it and they liked it. And then they passed it around the bookshop, the book club. So I didn't get feedback from those people, but they liked it. And at each point in the novel, I've been asking people, hey, where are you in the novel? Okay, what do you think's going to happen? And so far, I've been keeping them guessing. No one's figured it out by the end of the book, so I'm pretty happy with that. It seems like I've written a decent enough story. Dye my hair. I've thought about it. Like blue or something like that, like a K-pop idol, Because my daughter does a lot of videos on dyeing hair, and I think it would be funny if she did fun, not funny, if she did a video where she dyes my hair. Maybe she could get like a sponsor. Oh yeah. Oh wait. See, something's happening over here. But yeah, if I dyed my hair with her, she could get like a sponsorship with like Arctic Fox or whatever. Give her some money. That would be nice. Like, because it's the rare, that's going to be a big video. Like, I would promote that. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to be doing my father's hair, and I just want to see if you guys wanted to do, like, a collab with me for this one. The rate's going to be $15 million. Which version did I pass out? I passed out draft 4, I believe. So it's definitely not, it's good. It's the one that you read. That part is there. That's yeah. I don't know. I didn't even take a nap today. All I did was I woke up. Wait, did I just wake up with this hair? Let me think about this for a second. No. I took a bath, but I think I just wet my hair. I don't think I actually washed it. But yeah, like some rainbow hair color you think would work on me? Like orange or something like that? That'd be cool. I mean, I got to do it once in my life. That's the way I think about it. Before I don't have any more hair, I should probably do it, Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with the novel. The Spanish from Zero's blowing up. We're number 1 right now, Spanish from Zero. This isn't the version because the cover has changed. The logo, has changed. But Spanish from Zero is Spanish from Zero. Let me look at the current rankings. All right. Let's see. Are we on the right? I think it's got to be this one. So here we are. Spanish from Zero. If we look down here in the rankings, we're number 1 in Mexican travel. I don't know why we're not in the Spanish learning area, but I guess we're number 1 in Mexican travel, which is good, I guess. And in the top 31,000 of all books on Amazon, which is actually pretty decent. Let's see what Japanese from Zero is at. Wait, did I already? So we're in the top 10,000. So that it's closing in. That's pretty good. But we're not number 1 in Mexican travel with Japanese from Zero, unfortunately. So I'm pretty excited about that. This is the new logo. All the books will be getting this in the next update. And they'll be getting the book number down here instead. But this is the new style. I really, really love it. Silt is the artist for this. And the original color scheme, though, was Haruna. So I had Haruna. I think I have another version. Let me see if I can find the other version of the book. The original one. We just I didn't like it. It was more the older style. Give me a second. I'll try to find it. Spanish from Zero. Spanish. Oh, here's a... Oh, no, that's not what I want to show you. Where is it? I don't even know where it is, guys. Maybe it's in the shared folders with Hugo. You know, though, more realistically, it's probably in the shared folder with... Wait, hang on. These are populating. Yes, this is my version. Okay, this is the version I did. Give me a second. I'm loading it now. You used to look like a member of The Cure. Now I look like a boy. That happens, guys. So here's a version of the book you'll never see. Right here. This was the original cover. This book's been in the making for like 4 years. But so the color scheme was developed by Haruna. This is Haruna's art here. So she developed her, and then Silt did it in his version, which if I open up, where is his version? I think, is it this one? Yeah, so this is his version, which I think we can agree is better than this version. But you can see she developed, Haruna developed the original style, and we owe the coloring to her, because that was really the first time we ever, in this particular version, was the first time we ever had a book with like not a unified coloring, and I really liked it. So we kind of did that same thing for Spanish. So that's where that is. In the distant future, when you lose your hair, I do recall you having a blue wig. I actually have many wigs. I don't know if you know this. Like, I have, I think, 5 wigs. I have the pink one right here from the videos where I did Joko. Actually, I also have the man wig. Also, I have 2 up here, and then I've got 2 or 3 more in my closet in a bin labeled wigs that I want to wear. Like, I legit want to wear wigs. I think they're fun. They're so fun. And even when a girl wears a wig and I know it's a wig, it still works for me. I'm like, that looks good. You know, it doesn't have to be your real hair. It just makes you look good. George, muchas felicidades. I'm so happy for the new step in your language teaching career. Yeah, I wonder how much Spanish I remember. Like I said, I don't know past tense yet because we haven't covered it. But I was talking to myself. Actually, I didn't say this to anyone yet. But I really think on my schedule, I still have Spanish from Zero meetings set every day up until a certain point. And I thought maybe we should just continue, because we do have Spanish from Zero book 2 already started. Because there was more that we were going to put in the Spanish book, and we moved it in because I was trying to keep it under 300 pages because these other books are getting so big and the printing costs are so expensive that we can't sell it for $30, which is what we want to sell it for. So I lowered the page count, and I was able to squeeze another 5 pages out of it in the final release that I put out the other day, because I tripled up the columns there's normally 2 columns for the glossary. I got that down into 3. And then for the first time ever, we now have dual column table of contents, and it works pretty good. Not in this version. This has 302 pages, but the new one has 307, and that's with all the edits. And we actually added some stuff in between us. We did a couple edits, basically 90% the same book, but excuse me. So So yeah, maybe later I'll figure out how to use this. And there's a couple of I want to do another song in the Polyglot George album, because why not? I was thinking I don't have any black representation for all the girls and languages, and I was thinking, well, what language would I learn if I was like in a country primarily filled with black people? And I don't know. Like, I don't even know what languages exist. Is Nigerian a language? What's the most populous country with black people in it? And then I thought it'd be cool to maybe learn that language a little bit. I guess French is in those countries too, like in the Caribbean and stuff like that. There's a lot of black people that speak French, so I could hit it with that angle. But I was thinking it'd be cool to do another language that's not standard, and then write a song about like how beautiful Nigerian girls are, because that's what the album is. It's all about how much I love the girls of that country, and therefore I learned the language. That's kind of the joke of the album. It's called Polyglot Thirst, and it's just stuff I wrote into a song. I really never thought I would do that, but I did the I Love Japanese Girl song a million years ago on the George and Keiko show. I belted out a riff one day. It's like, I love Japanese girls, and I thought, let's make a song. So I made that song like 15 years ago. And then once AI became a thing where it would actually write music, I said, let me write the lyrics for Korean Complications. So I wrote the song called Korean Complications, where it talks about how Japanese has been my life, but now all of a sudden I'm conflicted because Korean girls are so beautiful and I want to know what they're all about. So I go to Korea and I learn Korean. And that's kind of that was like a joke, another joke song. And then I was like, what about Chinese? What about German? What about Spanish? What about Vietnamese and Thai? So I kept writing a bunch of songs. It's just fun stuff. So I thought, I have white girls and Asian girls and brown girls, if you consider Mexican brown. I don't have any black girls. I gotta represent. Someone tell me what country. Swahili. Easy Q82 says, hello, George. Hope you and yours are well. They are well. I haven't talked to my oldest daughter in a couple of days. Hopefully she's well. So, I don't know. Someone tell me what country would be good to do that in, and I'll do it. Bajan? Is it Bajan or Bajan? Okay, hear me out. Let me look this up. Let's research this, okay? Let's do proper research, okay? All right, here's the research. Nigerian girls. I'm not going to share it until I see if there's no porno, okay? All right. I probably should say woman, because girls brought up a lot of children. Woman. I say girls for some reason all the time. Okay, here you go. Okay, all right. Nigerian woman. She's very beautiful. Mm-hmm. But what's the most famous country with black women that has a different language? That's what I'm thinking. So I'm wondering, is there a Nigerian language? I really don't even know. There is not. Okay. Is this one where we got to ask ChatGPT? All right. I want to learn a language where the primary population is black. I mean, only because it's for the song. Swahili, Yoruba, spoken in Nigeria, Kenya. Okay. What is the most populous? Swahili. Okay, that's it. Swahili. Okay, Hausa? Okay, so Swahili. Okay. All right, let's so which country is best for Swahili? Tanzania. Okay. Tanzania. Kenya? For rhyming, Tanzania is more challenging. Okay, so Tanzania. So let's see. Let's change the language. Wait. Swahili. Okay, let's see. Beautiful. I can't even guess how that sounds. Nzuri.
Nzuri.
Nzuri. Okay. Nzuri. Beautiful. Beautiful. The spelling down here. Okay, woman. Ooh. Mwanamke mrembo.
Mwanamke mrembo.
Mwanamke rembo. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, man. How do you make that song and not sound racist, though? Although I wonder if every other song I wrote also sounds racist, too, unintentionally, right? I don't think so. I don't think they're racist at all. They're creepy, but they're not racist. Okay, so that's Swahili. So, I mean, like, for example, how do I not say I wanted to go on the dark side, right? Like, because all of the, oh no, a lot of the songs talk about ice cream as like talk about flavors. Here, I'm going to give you an example, okay? Here at the beginning, here, I'll just play, give me a second. Where is it? Polygloster. Okay, so here we go. The Korean song starts out talking about ice cream. It talks about, I used to only eat one flavor of ice cream. Now I want to try more, if you know what I mean.
I used to only eat peanut butter chocolate ice cream. But now that I'm older, I wanna taste more, if you know what I mean.
This is my somber song, right? I don't think Chinese Girls Rock My World has anything to do with ice cream.
5 years ago I thought Koreans were the best.
너무 예쁘네.
5 years before that, Japanese girls passed my test.
가와이.
But now the great
It
land.
has nothing to do with ice cream. Vietnamese girls?
My Chinese was good, my Korean great, but now I want something more juicy on my plate. 5 tones in China.
Okay, so we're talking about food. Chinese, but then you got the beer girls song that's no food in that Mexican heat.
I never liked Spanish. Why don't you learn it? They asked, but I didn't wanna. Spanish wasn't fun, it was boring, so I thought until I went to Tijuana. The day I arrived was Dia de Muertos. In English it dice Day of the Dead. I ordered
Huevos rancheros.
with
Okay, so there is food in every song. Spanish is lacking the girl with the one eye. Okay, so there's no food. There's a lot of food in the Filipinas on my mind. A lot of food in that one. Okay, so I could start with ice cream. That's what I would do. So I would say dark chocolate ice cream. That's what I would. I feel like I should start writing it now while it's on my mind. While it's on my mind. Oh, I got all the other song lyrics up. All right, let's see. See, we got lumpia. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you heard this, Violet. The new lyric that I had to change a lyric in the Filipino song, and this is way cooler. It means, dreaming about things, right? But the other one was like a weird thing. So let's see. So we'll start with spoken. Now this song I wanna try to compose the song as well. Okay, so spoken with all the flavors of ice cream. The one I've never tasted was the dark, rich chocolate. Chocolate of Tanzania. I'm sorry, why is this so funny to me? Oh my God. It is the Kore Kore effect. Oh my, it's true. I watch all day long. Yeah, what about Indians? I gotta do a song about Indian girls too, you're right. Oh, that'd be a cool one, actually. I'll do that. Yeah, that'd be really cool. All right. So let's just start with that. I'll figure out how to fix that later. And then we'll start with, because this is going to be the rap part. This is verse 1. I don't know anything about Tanzania, so let's learn a little bit about Tanzania. Oh, wow. Okay. Not images. Let's see. Let's look at Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro. Tanzania. Wait, did I spell that right? Tanzania. I did. Okay. Do it in major scale, 4/4 rhythm, happy, upbeat. Oh, am I gonna do Arabs? Ooh, yeah. Oh, how do I skip all of the Arabs, man? Just a song for every major language. Yeah, you're right. Nigeria has over 500 language. Okay. We'll start with that. The rumor. Wait. Hang on. Okay. I gotta get into rap mode here. Okay. I've been all over the world, from Siberia to Nigeria. I mean, that's a cool. I think, yeah, probably should put Nigeria down here, even though we're talking about Tanzania. Been all over the world. I've learned languages all over the. I've learned languages from all over the world. Wait, what are they? Russian in Wait. Russian in Siberia. I need a good I need a good Nigerian language. Okay. Where is ChatGPT? Okay. What's the largest languages in Nigeria? Hausa, Yoruba. Let's do Yoruba. Okay, Yoruba. Okay. Yoruba in Nigeria. Okay, are there different languages in Siberia? Just so I can maybe. We don't talk about Russian. What languages are in Siberia? Russian. Yakut. Okay. Okay. Spanish in Mexico. Russian in Siberia. French in the, no, I can't do Caribbean because there's already black people there. Spanish in Mexico, Russian in Siberia, Yoruba in Nigeria. Ooh, what language is in Iceland? What's the Icelandic language? Wait. We got Mexico, not Mexico, first of all. Mexico. What language is in Iceland? Icelandic. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta, okay. Hang on. Japanese from the land of rice. Icelandic from the land of ice. It's actually green. That's so racist. Spanish from Mexico, Russia, Spanish in Mexico, Russian in Siberia. I learned French in Guyana. Yoruba in Nigeria. Yeah. But for all my worldly explorations, all my worldly and exotic explorations, I've never even once tried ice cream from one of the African nations. I got my gear together. What did I get my gear? And got ready for the heat of the desert. Desert. I polished up on my Swahili. Okay, hang on. And headed to the Tanzanian desert. Is Tanzania a desert? I don't even know at this point. Is it a desert? South Africa, Tanzania. Deserted. Okay, hang on. Is Tanzania? This is now I have to go to Tanzania. Scorching deserts and tropical heat. Okay, I'm just gonna have to ask ChatGPT because apparently the internet is stupid. No. You know what? Okay. So I'll say Tanzania desert, and then I'll when I get to Tanzania, I'll learn that it's not desert. You know, that'll be the mistake that I make as a naive American. Okay. That's probably why that didn't come up. So what do we got? Grasslands, forests and woodlands. Okay. We have to have the chorus now, guys. George, when was the last time you posted on Instagram? Oh my God. Okay, let me hit save on this. Let me hit save and give it a name here. And then I'll do a little bit of properly paying attention to the chat. We're gonna call this How I Feely About Swahili. For now. That's what we're gonna do. And then we'll put that in here. How I Feely About Swahili. All right. Now that we've got to start, I'll come back to it. All right. What we got here? Last time I have not done Instagram in a while. Why aren't I promoting my brilliant books and sharing your experiences with new audiences? Ah, man. You know, if I was giving myself advice, I would punch myself in the head for not doing more promotion. I think it would be well deserved too. You know, all of my friends will tell you I punch them in the head all the time about not doing more. But I'm in the same boat where I do a lot in retrospect, but I could be doing more. Like right now working on a Swahili girl song is just completely a waste of time. It's purely me just having fun. But I actually talked about this this morning with Justin and Silt in our book meeting for the Japanese book covers, and the Korean book covers are getting ready to come out. And I was talking about how really a great job the people that are running the Discord are doing. I feel like we're so blessed to have like these awesome moderators that keep it going. We don't ever think about it. I don't ever think about it. I just thought about it, yesterday. I went in and I saw there was a new mention in the moderation, and I was like, oh man, look, they're trying to promote the Spanish from Zero book. I didn't even think about it. I'm just like, okay, it's out, guys. I did a little live stream, and now they're going back and forth saying how we're going to promote it, what are we going to do? And I'm like, wow, that's just awesome. And they know who Hugo is, the guy that works customer service. They're talking about the artwork by Silt, and I responded, letting them know, yeah, it was all Silt. And they seem generally excited. I'm like, man, I wish we had the money to just hire someone like Maddie, for example. Like Maddie, who did videos for us a while back. Like, she's extremely reliable. Like, her Japanese is insanely good. Like, blows my mind. Like, wait, honestly, I think above my level. I watched her do a Japanese video game, and it was like, this was years ago. And I was like, this girl must have already played this game like 1,000 times. No, she was doing it live, and she knew a whole bunch of stuff I didn't know. I'd have to really look a lot to because she was doing some old, like, Edo Jidai, like the old era of Edo Japanese. It was amazing. She's insane. But like someone like that would be awesome to like take over, our social media, because we don't promote. That's a problem. So the answer why though is because I don't care enough, and that's the problem. That's the real problem. That's the most honest answer I can give you is I should care more, but I don't. Kaval Kinha says, what am I doing? I'm sorry. Yeah. What I was doing is like 15 or so years ago on the George and Keiko show, we had a Japanese guest, and a guy named Adan was also a guest. I had a Mexican friend who watched the show, came in, and I called him the boring guest. I said, we have two guests. One's an amazing Japanese girl, and one is a boring guest. We'll start with the boring guest. And I started with the boring guest, Adan. And then I ramped up my excitement for the Japanese guest. I was like, we love Japanese girls. Yes, we do. And then later on when I saw that video, I thought I should just make the song for it. So I made this song called I Love Japanese Girls. And that's where it stood. But it's one of my favorite things that I've ever done because it's just such a fun thing. And then when AI started making compositions of music based on lyrics, I thought, let me make another song now that I love Korean girls. When I started learning Korean for K-pop girls, which I fell in love with, I thought, I'll write a song about the complications of learning Korean when I have a Japanese wife. And so I have a song called Korean Complications. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. If I did that, I could talk about, oh, now I love Chinese girls. And then I thought, well, what if I then learned Vietnamese, which I'd never been to Vietnam, but I did start studying Vietnamese. And then, well, what if I learned Thai, and I put that in the same song? And then it was Mexican and German. And then I go to space and I fall in love with a one-eyed girl, but I'm learning the language of every culture that I fall into without cheating on my wife, by the way, because I always get stopped by my nemesis, Kyle. He's in every song. It's like a running thread. And then at the very, very end, after I've saved the world and I say it's the end of my stories, my friend Violet reminded me I hadn't done Filipino women. So I was like, you know what? I have a Filipino story. When I was 15, I went to the Philippines. And I met this girl her name was Marlene, and she was 14 or 12. I'm not exactly sure, but I was 15, right? And we sat in the trike one day and just talked for hours. And I was totally smitten with her. Didn't do anything with her except we traded melon candy. Like, she took the melon candy out of her mouth and I ate her melon candy. Because I was still uneducated in a lot in that era, you know what I'm saying? So Marlene was my Filipino girl, and so I made a whole song about the girl that got away. And now I was thinking, as I was reviewing the songs and re-singing them yesterday, fixing parts, I thought, I don't have any black women, and I would like to represent. And of course, now people have said, where are the Arab women? Where's the Arab languages? Okay. And he's right. They're right. I don't have that. So what am I going to do? How am I going to learn those languages if I don't fall in love with the women of that country? That's what I was doing. Captain D95. Yo, I'm on the night shift in Germany verifying all security airport systems. Since I'm the only one at the gate, I'm just listening to your stream. Do you want to hear the German song? Do you want to hear the German beer girl song, Captain D95? Only if you can listen, I will play it. I don't want to play it if you can't hear it. I want to get your reaction on it. What if you like every girl in the world? Yeah. Well, that's kind of the concept. The only thing is that each girl has to teach me a language. I've got to be motivated by the girl to learn her language. I was saying a couple of days ago, there's a YouTuber named Lori something, and she's a white, like, American girl, right? And I would learn English for her. I need to be motivated by somebody. So that's where I am. That's what I was doing. And what the crazy thing is, I've been making this album for 4 years, about as long as the Spanish from Zero book. And since that finally came out, and the novel also is about 4 years in, that's going to probably come out this year. What if we triple it? We go hardcore triangulate, and I put out the album as well. I just don't know where to put it out on. Everything is labeled as Polyglot George albuming, but I don't need to promote the Polyglot George brand because I'm not doing anything over there, right? So I don't know. I don't know what to do, guys. But if you guys have questions about Japanese, that's what we're here for. I'm randomly talking, but I will answer your questions about Japanese or Korean. If you got a Korean question, I'll see if I can answer that as well. All right. Well, Captain D95 is too busy, so I won't play the German song. But I will go back and we will work on lyrics. All right, here we go. Lyrics for the Swahili song. Japanese from the land of rice. That's a racist. Icelandic from the land of ice. It's actually green. Spanish in Mexico. Russian in Siberia. I learned French in Guyana. Yoruba in Nigeria. But for all my worldly and exotic explorations, I've never even once tried ice cream from one of the African nations. I got me together. Oh, I got me together. I gathered up my stuff. I gathered up my stuff to make my trek into the desert. I polished my Swahili and headed to the headed to the Tanzanian desert. Of course, when I get there, I'll realize there isn't dessert. Headed to get some Tanzanian dessert. Oh wait, no, hang on. Yeah, dessert. Yeah. Okay. So, by the way, do you already know when your Spanish book, it is available to buy already. Let me see if it's on the German. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put it on the other printer site. It's available on the American Amazon. Yeah, that's actually the next step. There's another printer that we use for Germany. And so the route is different. Amazon.de. Yeah, that's my mistake. Kicke auf die Schlaflasche unten mit dem Einkauf fortzufahren. Weiter shoppen? Spanish from Zero. Well, it's showing up. It's showing up on the German website. I don't know where it comes from. Oops. It's right there, though. No, I guess that's included. That's not... Yeah. Okay. So we're there. It's available now. You can add to your basket. To answer your question. All right. No, it's okay, Captain 95. If you're busy, I don't want you to get fired from your job. That's important.
thinking of anything interesting to talk about. Normally, we would be talking about things in the chat, but no one has proffered anything interesting. So while I wait for you guys to ask me anything, I'll write some interesting lyrics, hopefully, and then we'll put them in Suno and see what it says. Okay. See, I don't want to say Tanzanian goddess and stuff like that. It feels like that's like low-lying stuff, right? So I need to learn more about cities in Tanzania. Tanzania. Okay. Mwanza, Arusha, Morogoro, Kahama, Shinyanga. These sound Japanese. Zanzibar. That's a cool name. Look at these names. Musoma. Iringa. So, wow, look at the growth of this city. Dar es Salaam. That's beautiful. That's where Tanzania is, huh? I had no idea. Or is it Tanzania? Is it Tanzania or Tanzania? Oh, it's on the coast. Indian Ocean coast. Okay, I didn't even ever know there was a country called Angola or Gabon. Cameroon's real? I don't know any, man, I am so out of the African understanding. Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique. Malawi's just sitting right here for me to explore. Burundi. Were these like a country before they got split up or something? Such beautiful colors. Oh my God, the fish are just on the table and everyone's just touching them though? That doesn't seem clean. What's this picture from 1954, the first color camera in the country? Alexa, what's the religion of Tanzania?
According to the Association of Religion, as of the most recently available data from 2010, the largest religion in Tanzania was Christianity. About 57.2% of its population, 23,962,000.
Alexa, stop. Way too much information. What is this? Ricoh's a Japanese company. Maybe there's factories there. I love how the tree is matching the giraffe. Okay. Follow you for a few years now, but everyday life makes it hard to keep going on with learning Japanese. Yeah, that's not uncommon. I wouldn't feel bad about it. Pick it up when you can. Mochi Moiki says, Hola, ¿tienes cualquier recomendaciones? I'm guessing, do you have, I don't know what cualquier means. Recommendations, program recommendations, television program recommendations, or movies japoneses that serían buenas para mejorar el japonés. I'm guessing for people that are taking a major in Japanese. That's my guess. Felicidades en sacar el nuevo libro español desde cero. And congratulations on your book. Spanish from zero. So let's take this into the translation device here. See how close I got. My Spanish is limited.
Oh, it put it into Swahili. Let me hear what that is in Swahili. Hang on, give me a second. Here we go. Swahili.
Habari. Je, una mapendekezo yoyote kwa vipindi vya televisheni au filamu za Kijapani ambayo yangekuwa mazuri kwa kuboresha Kijapani changu. Hongera kwa kutoa kitabu chako kipya. Kinyota Kihispania desde Kero Kinyota.
Okay. Hi, do you have any recommendations for Japanese TV shows or movies that would be good for improving my Japanese? Oh, not major. Okay. Congratulations on releasing your new book. Well, recently, I'm just going to make this recommendation over and over again, but I've been watching a YouTuber named Kore Kore, but I'm going to say this. I don't know if it's good for beginners, because I'm watching it and I'm looking up stuff and nothing even comes up because it's super slangy that they do. So, but I would say the Ayanandes. I like her. She's cute. She has children. She has a great husband. Okay. This one. I keep forgetting. Okay. So here we go. By the way, this is the girl that I would learn English for. Lori Wired. She is so smart. It's my daughter, by the way. She's got a channel, Silly Yerba. She's destroying YouTube. Doing great. I actually forgot what I was getting ready to do right now. I came in here to do something and literally 100% forgot. Lori messed me up. Messed me up. Don't remember what I was going to do. I'm so sorry. Maybe someone can remind me. Someone can read my brain and tell me what I was going to do because I don't remember. Captain D95 says, I'm going to Beppu, Fukuoka, Kumamoto, and Kagoshima this year in November. Will be my third Japan trip, and thanks to your content, I was able to speak to Japanese people. It's just a great experience. That's awesome, man. That's amazing. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I'm sorry. I remember now. We were looking at YouTube's. So, Ayanandes is cute, and I think probably easier to understand. Okay, look what they've done now. Now that I was looking up Nigerian women. What is this? Some sort of Nigerian maid?
Naweza kupeleka. Nimechoka kukaa huku ndani.
Mechekokoko ndani.
Sawa basi.
Sabis. What language is this? Okay, what language is this? Okay, I'm going to ask ChatGPT what language is this. Give me a second, guys. I'm curious. Now I got to learn Swahili. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what this is. Hassan Salim, sorry. Gonna guess Swahili. Okay. Well, I've got to watch this later so I can get some stuff for the book. So we'll do that. Then we're gonna go to Ayanon channel. Save for watch later. Okay. All right. Back to Ayanandes. Okay. Let's go to her channel. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is her husband's channel, I think. So I'm gonna subscribe to this. This guy's good too. So I think he's good because listen how clean his microphone is. They care about the quality of their sound, and that's important. He's getting ready to go to this castle, Odawara Castle. So is he alone and is he not with Ayano? Or are they just doing things separately? That's the hair I gotta do right there. Music's a little bit too loud. This is who I was talking about, his wife.
クソじじい。
クソババアに言われたくない。
どうも、カルビです。今回なんですけども、インドから帰ってきたら。
インドから帰ってきたんですけど、like you're gonna hear a lot of Japanese people muffling their words. Aya nan this. Oh my god. Am I spelling something wrong? Aya. Good Japanese mode here. Aya nan channel. Oh, it's Shibanan. Okay.
はいはい、始まりました、始まりまし
I was watching her when she was still pregnant, when she just got pregnant.
た。皆さんどうもこんにちは、あやなんでーす。
じゃがいね。
あ、暗い暗い、もうやだ。
照明やれば、照明で照らせば。
見失った。
何急に。
最近どうです。
Okay, I keep forgetting I'm actually watching YouTube, and I will get they will take over my channel. But anyway, I like that channel, Shibanan channel. There's another guy. There's a wrestler guy named Shibata. Another one that I don't really learn about a bunch of new people recently, but yeah. Where is it? Shibata. That's not him. This guy.
はいどうも、ライジン杯全戦全フィニッシュ元ライジンフェザー級チャンピオンに勝った男に勝った男ライジンパウンド4パウンド1位柴田です。はい本日5月30日つい先ほどですね、UFC
I think the problem is though is that you've got to watch children's stuff probably initially. So, 子供の YouTuber. Okay, maybe not.
おはようございます。今日もよろしくお願いします。
みなちゃん抱っこしてくれる？できるかな？
Oh my god, this is too cringy for me to watch. But there you go. 4.7 million subscribers to the Kota Mino channel. Wow.
取ったらダメだよ。
はい、ごめんなさい。
Okay, so that's a bad idea. Oh my god, no. No, what happened? No, this girl got burned. It's a boy, I think. Wow, I gotta... YouTube... How are they legal? Don't you have to be above 13 to have a YouTube channel?
こんにちは、おさきです。YouTube を始めてみました。よかったらチャンネル
So I think you hear Japanese. YouTube を始めてみました。It talks like this. Well, that was 7 years ago. Okay, let's see where she is now. She's got 1 million subscribers. Let's see her most recent video. Okay, she's an adult now.
皆様。
Wow.
おはようござ
Her voice shifted quite significantly.
います。ちょっとやばい。今日は今
Still bad.
どこにいるかというと、じゃーん。ちょっとこれだけじゃわからないと思うんですけど、札幌にいます。イエーイ。
I guarantee you someone can find her room based on that alone. It's dangerous that hopefully she's not there anymore. Okay, I'm going to subscribe just so I don't lose the channel because she sounded pretty decent voice-wise. You always want someone that has a decent sound. Let's see how she talks with her friends. This is 2 days ago.
皆さんこんにちは、さきです。そして、
うーちゃんです。
今日はちょっと結構すごいことをしようと思うんですけど、なん
Today we're gonna do something a little. Oh, I learned this word literally yesterday. Okay, skippy. Skippy is your crush. I learned this from watching Kore Kore. Skippy. Skip. I think it's like your skina person or people. Like that's the type of thing I'm talking about. That's difficult. But that actually popped up in the dictionary, so I was like, okay, good. I was like, I'm pretty sure I knew what it meant watching. I was like, it definitely means person you like. But yeah. All right, this looks like an interesting channel. Dance gambatteru.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、おさきです。今日はいます。それでは覚えてるかもしれない。
Where's her dancing? All right, it's a lot of energy. This is probably, that's 6 years ago? Is this the same girl? Wait, it's Osaki Nikki. Is that the same one? Osaki Nikki. Yeah. All right.
こんにちは、おさきです。
Okay, yeah, Osaki's her name. All right. The same exact. Okay, Minami. Okay, this is 7 years ago as well, so she's probably an adult now.
はじめまして、みなみ
はじめまして。
です。これから
これから YouTube やろうと思うんですけど。
YouTube を始めていくので自己紹介をしたい。
Okay, let's see what she's done recently. So I don't want to watch that young. It's a little bit too young. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's driving a truck now? What's up, guys? Now that I'm 42, I smoke. I got a manual shift truck. What's up? Welcome to the channel.
行くのだ
This girl definitely smokes. She's got the smoking vibe.
え、この車ですか？
そうです。
アルファードですけど。
はい。
Oh man, she's just throwing out her. She's driving an Alford. That was I don't know about this girl.
だからこれ YouTube だった。
身内ときました。
I don't know. This seems too fake at this point.
信用してる。
They're still not driving? Wait, did they move at all? Oh, they're stuck in traffic. All right, so she's like some sort of model.
ハンドルもさ。
そう、ハンドルもその白線。
そう。
All right. Maybe. Why is it showing me all the actual children when they're children's? You know, when they're children's. I would be deleting that video for sure. Oh my god. All right.
トミー、ご飯できたわよ。分かってるよ。
Some of the best actresses ever, guys.
うるさいな。あれ、ママ何してんの？お姉ちゃんご飯食べないの？まだお腹空いてないんじゃない？お姉ちゃん早くご飯食べよう。
What's up with these haircuts? Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't make fun. So some 結婚について. Okay, maybe you guys are getting married.
筋肉。いえ。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
It's so awkward.
下田に来ました。
下田に来ました。下田? That's Aomori. Google Maps. I've been to Shimoda. Or am I thinking Shimokita? I might be thinking Shimokita. Shimoda. Oh, it's Shizuoka. Okay. Yeah, see, I was thinking up here. Shimokita Hankyu is right up here, I believe. Go to Shimokita. Yeah. Right there. You got the Shimakita-cho right there. And the Hanto is a peninsula. And actually I went up here. I went up here on my Adventures in Asia channel. I went right here. The northern tip of Honshu. This statue right here. We went right here. Psst. Drop this guy in here. and I went into this store, I believe. We parked kind of behind here. This is it, though. Wait a minute, I feel like there's a... Oh, no, this is it. Yeah, this is it, actually. The northern tip of Honshu. Adventures in Asia channel. I'm trying to figure out what video was that in? Okay, it's around here, I think.
Trek to northern Japan. In this episode of Northern Japan, we trek to the northernmost tip of Honshu. I don't know why I always want to have it in this.
Probably because Chris.
We're here in the most northern part of Honshu, a place where almost no one camps. By the way, for the record, I love Chris Abroad. I'm just jealous that I'm not as cool as Chris Abroad. This isn't going to be dangerous.
Okay, it's gotta be like right after that. Oh, there it is, Cape Oma, right there.
Hey guys, we're on the way to Cape Oma, or Omasaki in Japanese, and along the way we saw this really beautiful spot. Cape Oma is the most northern spot on the Honshu island. Of course, there's another northern spot at the tip of Hokkaido, which would be the most northern spot, but we're not going that far, so this is about as far north as we can go. We're not there yet, but we're on the way. In Japanese?
No.
Umi neko.
Really?
Yeah.
Bird?
No, neko means cat.
Or sorry,
sea cat. Oh shit. Oh my god, that was a little bit scary. Whoa, look at that bird. Oh shit. Oh shit. Did you get it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Welcome to the channel, everybody. Here we are abroad in Japan. And we're here at Cape Oma. Best English accent ever. Where we are. This is where we're staying, right here. And all of the festivals we've been going are in this area right here. So we normally have been driving down here, over to here, and then up to here. And today we'll be going up to here. Actually, we swam here the other day. And then right now we're going up to here. And then after this, we're gonna be heading down to Hotoke Ura to see some beautiful rock formations. But now we are at Cape Oma, Omazaki. The vibe's pretty nice. Go west, young man. Actually, go north. So you know what kind of fish this is?
A magura.
Magura? Is that a type of fish?
I don't know. Maguro?
Maguro. Very good. Gotta bust your balls a little bit.
Yeah.
How do you say pillow?
Makura?
How do you say pitch black, pitch dark?
I don't know.
Makura. And then pitch black would be makuro. So this is tuna. There's actually a hook in his mouth, like they caught him. Poor guy. Maguro ippon tsuri no machi. I'm confused. Ippon just means one, but I thought it was Nihon Ichi that they get the most tuna, so I have no idea. Wow, this is pretty climactic. So climactic. I'm moved in my heart. It's kind of like one of those things you check off. I've been to the northern part of Honshu. A lot of Japanese people haven't done this. All right, cool. Let's find some food. Sorry, these are so cool, like for my luggage. And then I'm really debating on one of these shirts. The only thing that makes me not want to get it is the English.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it ruins it. Like you'll notice none of these have like Cape Oma, you know, like these make me not want to get it because of the English, but this looks really cool, like.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a tuna. He got that by himself. Guy's making the same decision I was, gold or silver. I think the silver's classier. The gold looks nice, but silver. Gold's where you go if you're trying to act rich. Silver's when you are rich.
はいただ450円が3個ですね。ありがとうございます。じゃあ3点で1350円です。ありがとうございます。
このマグロ一本釣りの町ってどういう意味？何が一本なの？手一本？
そう、漁師さんが腕一本で釣り上げるっていう漁師一本釣りっていう意味ですね。
一本釣り。
マグロ一本釣りで有名に。漁師さんがもう素手で
できると。
たった一本で。
ああ、なるほど。
はい、どうぞ。
はい、ありがとうございます。
はい、じゃあお釣り今渡します。2点お預かりします。はい、じゃあ650円の開始です。はい、どうぞレシートと650円のお釣りです。ありがとうございます。はい、ありがとうございます。
All right, so I figured something out. I didn't figure it out, I asked her. So that says maguro, right? Tuna. Ippon tsuri, meaning with one arm. This town is all about fishing the tuna with one arm. And that makes a lot of sense if you look at the arm. Let's go back over there. Okay. That's the arm. Maguro ippon, I'm not sure, it could be ippon zuri, not ippon tsuri. The town of catching tuna with one arm. That seagull looks like it's so real, you know? It's pretty cool that they made a decoration of him. It's pretty amazing. I just realized that theoretically, that might be the northernmost point.
Oh, really?
That might be Cape Olma. I'm not sure. I actually don't know. This is just like the memorial to Cape Olma. I'm wondering if we should walk over there.
On the coastal water.
It looks pretty shallow though, don't you think? We could swim that. We swam that the other day. Boy, the way they wrote that character is killing me, man. I feel like a newbie. Is that a word, newbie? I'm gonna ask him. すいません。これ読めるもんですか、普通。この2つ目と 4個目の字がわからない。ここですか？本州か。本州の州なんだあれは。州。最北端の地。はい、ありがとうございます。Maybe that's like a repeater character.
Is it?
I don't know, but that bird looks so cool. ありがとうございました。ここ、本州最北端の地。The northernmost land of Honshu. Cool.
Cool.
I guess we'll go and try to find a ramen shop.
Okay.
You'd think we should get maguro here, but ramen sounds like something I want to eat right now. No, it says that they have legs of octopus, and I was just curious.
How's it right here?
Konnichiwa. Yeah, that's what they are. They're literally legs of octopus. I just kind of thought maybe there would be ramen. It'd be cool to eat it here. Japan is wasted on me because I don't like food. I certainly don't like seafood. Let's find the Denny's. This looks so cool, but like I would never eat here. Oh, wait a minute.
Ramen,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. I was just saying like this part looks cool. Let's see. Let's see what kind of ramen they have. Let's see a menu. I don't know. It's kind of too hot in here. Let's go. Plus the service was not good. Like the manager didn't greet us at the door.
What is this like eerie music?
Okay, this town does a sort of a letting. It's like a purge. If we don't get in the car in about 10 minutes, we're probably gonna die, but I need to get a drink, if you don't mind. What they do is they just stab you. They don't got guns, so they just stab you over and over again.
Huh.
Yeah, it's tradition. Started after the war. You want something? What the fuck? You didn't get it coming out. I'm gonna take one out and then we're gonna do another one. And all you're gonna do is focus on the bottom part, okay? Anyone doing the math is like, what the fuck?
Alright.
I almost walked away without getting the last drink. Dude, do these even look healthy? Like, how long have they been in this thing? Dude, I actually want to throw these away.
Really?
They look shitty.
Seriously?
They just look shitty. Look at them. Like, what is this white shit?
I don't know, milk maybe?
You know, the guy's like, Ga-chan, Ga-chan. Oh, yatto milk tea ureta wa. We finally sold the milk tea, mama.
One day in the forest, I met with a big fat bear. I did not know what to do, but motherfucker, I was scared.
It's a very good Will Smith rap, I would say. Except I cursed.
Yeah, you did.
And Eminem says Will Smith doesn't have to curse in his rap, so fuck you and fuck him too.
I'm so sorry I cursed. I'm so sorry, guys. I got too much into that video. I hadn't seen that one in a long time. Joji-san, will there be an update to the Kanji from Zero book series? Yes, there will be. It's the final one, though. The Japanese ones are first for covers. The books themselves aren't updating, just the cover. They'll be the last ones, though, because we don't even have the characters yet. George, how are you? I'm celebrating 4 years sober. I haven't drinking a drop of liquor since my 12th birthday, and it's all thanks to your videos. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I read that wrong. George, how are you? I'm celebrating 4 years of my victory at a remix contest you opened. Oh, wait. You were the one that double won the remix? Your video was a curse, man. I got demonetized because of that video because you didn't follow the rules. If I remember correctly, you used that. It was a great video, but everything you used wasn't licensed. And the rule was you can't use licensed music unless it's for music that I've licensed. And you didn't do that. Japanizer. Zet Horse 420. I think that was your name before. You can remind me if that was a different contest, though. Hang on. I think I missed something up here. Oh, I missed a lot. Hang on. Let's see here. Hi, Sensei. Is it recommended for a beginner to learn how to speak Japanese by practicing everyday sentences or something else? Anything works. Just add things to your knowledge base. Like, I always like to tell people to learn to say the things you want to say. Like, what do you want to say? Learn how to say them because that's what you're going to be saying to people. And the next thing is you learn how to understand the things that are said to you. That's what you do. Do I think Spanish from Zero videos are going to be a thing in the future, or Korean from Zero videos again? Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, I just talked to Hugo about thinking maybe we should put some Spanish videos up. Hugo has made videos for Japones desde Zero, but they didn't get barely any views. So I wonder if maybe there needs to be more interaction with somebody. Primarily it'd probably be me because there's no one else in the company that likes to be on video. George, I just started learning Chinese. Any tips? Don't wait for Chinese from Zero. Best advice I could give you. Don't wait for Chinese from Zero. That's the best advice. I also am not a fan of learning the tone pairs, but I know that's a thing that people do, but I feel like that just wastes my time. I want to just learn how to speak Chinese. I took a class at UNLV here, University of Las Vegas. That was good. I made friends on Hello Talk. I had 2 really good friends. I chatted a bunch to them, and that really helped me a lot. Starting my Japanese journey, I used to watch Peppa Pig. Ooh, nice. Panda Cafe. I don't know what that is. Trombley Sensei, Japanese questions, please. When will you use tonaru versus ninaru? Tonaru is more, I'm going to say poetic. Let me think, though, if that's actually an accurate thing to say. That's just my first immediate thought. Okay, so for example, you have Chiri mo tsumore ba yama tonaru. You know, even specks of dust, when piled up, will become a mountain, right? Tonaru, you know. But ninaru is super everyday. Mizu wa kori ni narimasu. Water becomes ice. Tomodachi ni narimashita. We became friends. It's the default thing, ninaru. I would say always use ninaru, always. That would be what I would tell you. Always use ninaru. I don't think I've ever said tonaru unless I'm saying a Japanese idiom. That's when I've used it. Or unless I'm trying to be dramatic. Hang on, my wife's here. Yukari! Yukari! 日本語の先生の質問なんだけど。待ってあげるよ。All right. The true teacher, Yukari, is coming in. Because she's a native speaker. She'll tell you when. We'll get the real answer. .生徒からの質問なんですけど、何々となると何々になるはどういう使い分けするんですか？ The face she's making is this.
もっととにピリオドが入る。
は？
何々になるはジェネラルで、何々となりましたは。ワンテンポ。
ああ、なんかこれが結果でございますみたいな。要は結局最終的に友達となりました。もっとインパクトのある言い方がしたいとき、もっと影響。
まあでも最終的にそれになるっていう言い方が近い。もっとなんか何々にっていうのが強調される。
うん、そのになるより強調してる。
うん。何々になるは流れの中でそうなったんだけど、何々となりましたはなんかいろんな流れで最終的にこうなりました。
でもそれはになるじゃないですか。それも。まあ結局友達にはなりました。
友達になりましただはこう
流れでなった。自然になるんか。
ジェネラルなの。
うん。
だからとなりましたと同じ意味なんだけど、もっと強調したかったらとなりました。だと思います。
だと思う。うん。
ちゃんと調べてほしいですか。
ね、塵も積もれば山となる。でも普通の人生の中であなたはとなるって使う？
強調したかったらね。
例えばよ。想像してよ。
いや、でも文章の中とか、
文章ね。
でも会話の中で結局となったんだよね。
悲しい終わりとなりました。
うん。でもになるでも間違ってないんだよ。
うん。
間違ってない。
ただもっと強調したいときは、要は強調したいときはとなる。
でもそれって自然に会話で自分で考えてやるから。あんまり意識してないけど、多分意識するとそうじゃないかな。でもちゃんと調べてほしいですか？い
や別に。
Okay.
調べることは俺ぐらいできる。Long story short, となる is more impactful. It's like more stressing something. She also mentioned something about when you're using ni naru, it's like it just kind of flows there to get to the ni naru. It becomes a thing, but there's more. This is the end. This is the final result, like a sort of a stressing of something. And then she says, do you want me to investigate? I'm like, nah, because we could all investigate. But that's my favorite type of answer in a language is, this is what I use. I'm not exactly sure. That gives me a lot of leeway as a person speaking Japanese to know it doesn't matter. The thing I was asking about doesn't matter because even they don't know about it. If they don't have a quick answer as to what's more common, but they talk about the other one, you know that it's the other one. The ninaru is more common. Tonaru exists. The meaning doesn't change, exact same meaning, except according to her, it's a little bit more impactful. But even her first response was, you don't know, right? So is it important to know the difference? Nah, not really. Just use ninaru all the time and you'll be fine. Joji-san, will it be enough? I already read that. Okay, let me make sure. It wasn't a double win. It was the third one. And I used music from the YouTube library. Okay. Okay. I think I remember the thing you did. It made me rethink doing contests completely because it was the one where I was cursing a lot in it, and it was bad. But I think you won. I can't remember if that's the one. I think that's what it was though. A couple of office hours ago, you seemed really down about AI for what it's worth. I really, really look forward to your live hours editing textbooks. AI cannot touch your personality. Yeah, my thoughts on AI is I have a very strong thought about AI and some mixed thoughts, and I'm very understanding of the backlash on AI. I 100% think it's inevitable. It's too powerful. It's not going to go away. The people that hate it now will just there's not going to be able to avoid. I mean, my whole novel that I wrote, Fate Squared, which will be coming out sometime later this year, has a character that absolutely hates anything AI. There's a character, and I get it. I wrote a whole character on him, partially based on how I feel about AI, but I also embrace a lot of AI. Like, I won't do artwork for book covers or any of the stuff on the inside, 100% no AI, right? I won't do any grammar with AI. I won't do any... I will say this, I might have lied the other day. Every now and then, if I'm debating a sentence with Violet, like in the new novel, in order to win the bet, I will throw it in ChatGPT and say, is this sentence wrong? And I often will tell it, I don't need modifications. I just want to know, is it wrong? Is this comma placement wrong? Because I think it's right. She thinks it's not. Or if she thinks it is and I don't think it needs to be there, that's the only way that I do it. It's like a tiebreaker. But I don't wholesale put chapters in. I don't say, what do you think of the flow? Every time I've ever tried to do anything with ChatGPT, it tries way too hard to rewrite stuff, and I don't want that. If I could make some suggestions. No, you cannot make suggestions. I write the book. I write the book. And it's the same thing when I talk with people. The way I feel about AI helping me with the books is exactly how I feel about people writing my books. Even if you give me a suggestion that's awesome, sometimes I don't want to use it because it's not from my head. It has to be really good. You know, but that's why, like, when I'm doing even that Swahili song I was working on earlier, I don't want someone else's advice on it. I'm very, very hard-headed on that. So I don't want it from AI and I don't want it from other people. But with all of my big words being anti-AI, I use AI to write the music part because I don't know. Now, I did buy drumsticks. I do have a kazoo. And I do have other instruments. I have this as well. So I have aspirations of being a musician. So I think with the Swahili song, although all of my instincts are I should just have the AI come up with a cool song for it. I mean, I could probably, I do have a couple of things I'm working on. Melody-wise that I sing, just this one small part. And I'm thinking I could probably put that into a song. I'm not going to give it to you now because I'm still working on it. Because most songs really just have a very small melody that gets repeated, right? So if I come up with that cool melody, which would be probably easy to do with this, because I do kind of play around with piano a little bit, you know, I want to do that. I'm starting right now to pull back from the AI. So for example, a lot of programming, I use AI now. So I programmed all of the websites up until the current version of From Zero. Or all of From Zero. None of my code is on FromZero.com. My code was all YesJapan.com, JapanFiles.com, Hello Story USA. I did tons of websites and all the coding back in the day, and then I hired people to take that job over. And now I'm shifting to, okay, I'm going to start building new websites using AI because it does it so well. But because I've also built the websites, I can architect. I'm really good at architecting. I'm working on like 3 or 4 big projects together that I'm all tying into one single architecture, but I'm not doing the actual work of coding. Instead, I'm guiding the development of it via the AI. But yesterday, or I guess a few days ago, I spent all day programming for the Spanish From Zero book release in VBA. I write a lot of VBA code. And I had been already using ChatGPT and whatnot to say, hey, can you look at this function? It's got a problem. Can you fix it? And it would just instantly fix it. But I made the decision the other day to push my brain. And I think that's a decision we're all going to have to make because AI is not going away. The backlash against AI won't be that, it'll always be that it stole people's jobs and it trained on people's art. I get that. But I think the bigger problem is it's going to make us not think anymore. Everything that we say is going to be a script written by ChatGPT. Every story that we write is going to have parts of it written by ChatGPT. I don't want that. I don't want any AI to take over my creativity except for the music. That's where I don't write music, you know, so, you know, that's the hard part. It's hypocritical, I know. Sorry. I'm going to be hypocritical about it because I do use AI for building tools. I use it as an accelerator for the things I'm trying to do. Okay. But I've noticed on my feed, at least, with all of the pushes for these AI data centers, and I'm so happy I'm in a developed city. There's not going to be a new AI, data center built by my house, but the people that are getting it built by their house, it's a huge problem. They're building a 40,000 acre data center in Utah that uses, hear this, 2.5 times the electricity than all of Utah uses in a year. It uses. So they're not going to be able to, they're going to have to really ramp up that electricity. In Tahoe, the area of Tahoe, which is supplied by Nevada Power, they got notices from Nevada Power that in 2027 we can no longer supply your electricity because we're going to be supplying this AI data center. It's a complete crappy like solution. These data companies, they need to start funding desalination plants. Like these plants are in Japan that desalinize water, and they make electricity by having the membrane between the salt water and the clean water, the fresh water. Since water moves towards the salt water, or the other way around, I can't remember which one it was. They flow towards each other. They use that flow to create electricity, and at the very same time, they're creating fresh water. There needs to be laws made, but we don't have a government that's going to do that. No one's going to fix this. It's just going to happen. We're not going to, unless people get really aggressive, it's not going to change. I really believe we're just peasants in a world of kings and paupers, or paupers, kings and queens. And that's how it's always been. Whatever name we give it, there's always these people at the top that control everything. And it doesn't matter if there's Republicans and Democrats, because they all end up voting for the same stuff. They just have different marketing in their brand. And I understand what you're going to say. Well, yeah, but the Republicans are worse. Or, oh, but the Democrats are woke and they're trying to change our language. Whatever. The reality is you can't stop it. I can't stop it. We're going to be stuck in this world, and AI is going to be a thing. It's not going to go away. Even if it all crashes, it's not going to go away. Just like the .com bubble where it all crashed didn't mean the end of the internet. It's here to stay. So how do you move on from it? How do you survive in that world? One of the things I'm doing is live streaming, because I already am very much aware that the textbook business, it's got an end date on it, because ChatGPT can do all this stuff. It really can. There's an end date. Finally, there's an end date. You know, I'm still writing books, but even in our own company, there are people that say, but will that move the mark? I'm like, I'm going to keep writing. I don't know what else to do. You know, the only thing I know to do is, you know, I make these videos teaching Japanese for book 5, and no one watches them. It's like 1,000 people, 2,000 people. It's not worth my energy, you know? And if the channel made a lot of money though, instead of $4 that I make for making the video and maybe an extra book sells, but you know, it would be worth it, but it's not. But if the channel made money where I do these live streams and people somehow get into it, and I start building up Hassan Piker, Osmond Gold, not PewDiePie level, but just bigger numbers for a stream, then maybe every now and then I show the book and I promote, hey, if you want to learn a language, and they become sponsors of what I do. So that's why you might be wondering, like, why is George on the channel doing completely different things from teaching Japanese? It's because I got to move on. I've got to start doing more things outside of the language, because the period of time where I could make a video and get 50, 60,000 views isn't here anymore. Look at how many people are watching a live stream. 28. I used to do these live streams and there was 400 people watching sometimes. But that era is just over now. There's so much more competition, and AI is a huge competition as well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about AI. I don't know where we went. Life experiences and personal touches that you give to the answers are appreciated. Yeah. You know, I understand that. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest, like, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was really thinking I gotta get each of my, this is how I was thinking about what I was gonna do with AI, because AI is so quick with the art that I can throw in this character and say, make her in this pose. I can say, give me an animation with her drinking tea with her friend. And I did a bunch of sample animations with Tomoko-chan. I had Haruna-chan draw simpler versions of Tomoko-chan based on the artwork from Silt of the newer Tomoko-chan, which was based on the original art of Nitro Plus, right? So, and then I sent it to Kling, and I had Kling do a little scene where her and her friend are drinking tea, and then the cat stretches, and I sketched it out. It's like a 10-second little thing, and it was amazing. It's amazing. So how do I handle that? It's something we can't do at this company. The art would, like, Haruna can only do 10 art a month. Silt also has a very limited amount of art he can do a month. So I thought, what if I make contracts with the artists? And I still might do it, where they get a certain amount of money for every art that we generate using their style. If we're using their art for the prompt, they get paid even if they didn't make it. And I was thinking about that. And now I'm thinking, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe everything just goes, maybe we just deal with it. Maybe we just bring in more artists and pay them to copy the style instead of AI. And then you got to hope that they're not using AI to speed up their own work. You know, it's a real struggle for me because personally, I like AI, but also personally, I hate AI. And a lot of the people in our company hate AI. We know we have to embrace it in a way. We hate it. We love it. And I know artists hate it. But I think the hard part is everyone's going to be doing it. So how do I, as a small company, keep up when even larger companies with much bigger budgets are starting to move things to AI for creation of content? I don't know, man. It's a real struggle for me personally, because I'm a creator myself. You know, I like to write stories, and I shun anybody that uses AI to write stories. I shun anyone that creates an AI slop book of grammar stuff. And I buy a lot of books looking at what the competition is doing, and it's happening. There's slop. And the hard part about it all is the people that buy the books mostly don't even read the books. And I know that. The people that buy these language books buy it in the excitement of the moment. They'll look at it. It's going to be good enough for them to do a little bit. And then they'll get too busy to do it, or the book itself won't explain things well enough, or it's not, even though it's AI, which AI does know how to do things, maybe it doesn't teach it in an order that makes sense, and they give up. But they don't blame the book. They don't even think it's AI slop. They don't even know. They just go, I guess I'm just not good at Japanese. Because it happens with my books. And I'm not AI slop at all. It took 4 years on and off of working on this book. And some of the lessons in here were rewritten 4 or 5 times. Hugo said, can we just not keep rewriting? I said, no, that's part of the process. Part of the process is you create something, you throw a lesson together that you believe is the right thing, and then you keep working, and then you realize we got to go back and change that because this doesn't make sense here. And it was frustrating to him because he wants to get the book out. But I know that's part of the process. And some things never get released. You know, I remember when we were writing Korean from Zero, we spent, oh my God, like 3 or 4 days. And I remember just sitting on the floor, Indian style, just wrapping our brains around a concept. And I turned it into a math problem, and I was up on the whiteboard. I'm like, it doesn't make sense the way that this is taught normally. Like, look, make this a 1, make this a 1, but look over here, it equals 3. It can't equal 3. There's a missing part in what they've done here. There's a standard way that you would teach how verbs conjugate. And that verb conjugation rule skipped something, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And we spent all this time working on it and other things like that. And then you'd spend all this time, and then you go, we have the perfect grammar now. This is perfect. And then you go, the problem is, even though we taught that perfectly, we bring too much attention to it. Now it looks like it's more important than it is to the reader. It's like pitch accent, right? Pitch accent's important, sure. But is it so important that you dedicate time to it? No, I don't think so at all. Never been a problem for me, because I'm going to mess up the word before I mess up the pitch accent. I'm going to mess up the surrounding things before that. I'm not going to lengthen it. I'm going to have a double consonant when I don't need it. So pitch accent is a complete waste of time when humans have a certain amount of load they can handle. It's just enough load to add to the Japanese learning that you give up, because most people give up anyway. You realize that, right? Most people buy book 1 of a book series and never finish it. You know, that's why when I hear someone's in book 3, I know they're going to make it, because they're the type of person that any book they got, they would have done well. They have something in them that keeps them going, or something in their life kept them motivated and they kept going. Motivation is very hard. Continuing to do something is very hard. It doesn't matter if it's language, it's anything that you do. Even if it makes money, even if you enjoy it, people just it takes effort. It's more common to not do it. That's why when I see someone like Maddie, for example, You know, I was talking about Maddie in the Discord, MADDY_W, I think is her name. It might not be the underscore, but anyway, Maddie, MADDY. That girl has insane power of continuing. She pushed through and learned a lot of Japanese, you know. And even though, you know, I've talked, I have my feelings about a guy like Matt versus Japan or Ken Cannon, you know, if you call him a scammer, poor Matt. You know, I feel like Matt just keep getting involved with the wrong people, and he's also dumb, so he messed up. But Matt learned Japanese. Ken learned Japanese. They are superstars in that aspect. There's a lot of superstars that learn Japanese. They just happen to be two that you might have seen, okay? I'm not recommending you go to their channel or anything, okay? I hate both of them, okay, for the record. But I respect their accomplishment because it's hard. It's really hard. I don't know why I got into that rant. I apologize. When have you been in Japan last time, and are you going to be there soon? I went there in September, and I will be going again. I don't know. I might be going to Europe before then. Do you have a Japanese book recommendation for early stage learners? Do you think fiction or nonfiction is more approachable for semi-beginners? You know, this is a thought that's been in my mind for a while about like what's a good thing for beginners. And I would say, honestly, there are things designed for beginners, but I hate them. I don't want to be talked down to. I'm an adult. If I was 8, then I would watch purely Japanese children-related stuff. But as an adult, it's boring. Like we were just watching some videos earlier of children YouTubers where they're like, so desu ka, okaa-san, doshite tsukareteru no? And it's like, it's cringy. I don't want to watch that. I want to watch adult drama. Takahiko, nande hippataku no? Yamete. I want that. That's exciting. And I'll learn the word hippataku, you know, or I'll learn the word for abuse. Whatever word comes up in that drama, I'll watch it. I'm watching Kore Kore right now. The drama is insanely good. And it keeps me totally locked into listening to it. But if you're watching something that's so basic that even if you understood it 100%, it would be boring, you're not going to keep watching. Unless you're into watching little children, which good luck with that, you know? But I'm not. I want to watch real human stuff that's interesting for Japanese people, because in order for you to get good in any language, it's a whole part of just not just learning the language, but learning the current culture, you know, like that word skippy. Like, you think skippy is going to pop up on a children's a children's show? No, probably not. It's going to be super basic, you know, related to children's stuff, but you're an adult. So I like to watch things that are made for Japanese people, and that means just by that alone, it means there is really nothing easy. Even children's stuff. I bought Goosebumps in Japanese, Chinese, English. I feel like I had one more. Korean. So I had them all, and those are challenging even. Goosebumps alone are challenging, and those aren't really super childish. They're challenging. Good word stuff. I would say maybe teen level books are probably good, where there's enough drama that you want to keep watching it, you know. I love buying books that are famous in America. Like if you love Harry Potter, then get Harry Potter in Japanese. It's going to be hard no matter what. You're going to learn about Maho no Tsue, you know, your magic wand, and there's going to be words in it that you don't really need in everyday life. But then again, I never thought I needed the word pirate. Like, I learned the word kaizoku in Japan a long time ago, before there was an internet, and I learned it before I was a tour guide here in Las Vegas. For a while I was a tour guide, but then every night I was going to the Kaizoku show, the pirate show. And then there was a shop called Japan Video where they had Kaizokuban, pirated versions of TV shows. And then there was pirating on the internet, you know. So a word that you think you don't need that might come up in these advanced shows, just file it into your head. There's a lot of stupid words you know in English, but they come up every now and then, right? So, yeah, I don't have any super, easy recommendations at all. But I would say fiction. I like fiction. But if you're more of a nonfiction, then do that. Do whatever you like in your native language is what you should do in the Japanese language, I believe. Because I don't like to read a lot of biographies, so I wouldn't like a biography in Japanese. I don't read children books as an adult, therefore, I don't want to read children books in Japanese. I do, however, like sci-fi. I like, like sci-fi. So I would watch sci-fi or comedy TV shows or drama YouTubers. That's what I would watch. Thank you for publicly saying you won't use AI. I'm not saying I won't use AI. I just won't use it for the creative part. I won't use it for the thing that I'm selling. I am selling my knowledge of Japanese and Korean, right, for the Korean books, and me and Hugo's knowledge for Spanish. And I'll tell you, when we're working on stuff like this, ask Hugo. Ask anybody that's ever worked with me. I don't even want people to look stuff up. I want them to think in their head, what is it? Come up with it. If I can't forget something, like I could not remember for the life of me George Clooney earlier when I was with my father. The movie was Argo, and we were talking about the hostage situation in Iran a long time ago, right? And I said, oh, there's a movie about that. And I couldn't remember the movie. I just couldn't. And I thought, I could just ask AI. Totally. But I'm not going to. I could get that answer in 2 seconds and my brain wouldn't have made any pathways. So and look at how easy it came up with. Now I know it. Like instantly it came up. So I'm like, what was the movie? What was the movie? What was the movie? I couldn't remember the movie. And then I thought, oh, the actor in it. Oh, who was that guy? I could not remember. And I said, no, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about it. I thought it took me about 90 seconds. And I finally remember, you would think I'd remember because I'm George. And it was George Clooney. And then I just went into my server, my Jellyfin server, where all of my Blu-rays are ripped. And I looked for George Clooney movies and I saw Argo. So I found it using my brain. And this is the meme in my head right now is use your brain on purpose. When I was programming for Spanish from Zero table of contents, where it goes through the book in Word and it pulls all of the parts of the book that would make the table of contents, and then it pulls all the words out and it alphabetizes them and puts page numbers and organizes it in VBA, right, for the book. I did that all. That whole code has been me originally, but I could have just had AI fix what was broken with it, but I didn't. And when I did that, I went to DuckDuckGo browser. DuckDuckGo browser has a way to turn off the AI. So I was up in Substack Exchange. I was up in Reddit. I'm looking at people talking, not AI. And it was really fun. And I think we're going to have to make decisions like that. We're going to have to say, I choose to not throw away my brain. You know, it's like, imagine if every heavy thing you ever lifted was done by a robot. You're going to atrophy. You will eventually not be able to walk. My father has cancer. Okay. And he's been sitting in his chair so long that it's so hard for him to walk now. You know, and he fell in the shower. He doesn't have the strength. And then he couldn't get up because he no longer has the strength anymore. You know, and I told him, I said, Dad, now that you're healing up, he's doing really good. His numbers are good. I said, you got to walk. Even if it's around this room a couple times, you got to walk. You have to build up that strength, because if you give up the ability to walk, you won't be able to walk. If you give up the ability to think, you won't be able to think. So you can't like I'm telling you, I love the AI music, but I want to not do the AI music. I want to learn. I was over at Guitar Center and I thought, what if I take a couple lessons in drums, a couple lessons on the keyboard, and maybe I thought today, what if I just come up with a riff in my head for a song and then tell my teacher, I want to play this riff. Show me how I can make this riff work. Or I want to play this, and then I learn all the parts and I record them. That's, what else are you doing in life? Are you just going to let AI do it all for you? That's what I think. That's my current thought, but it shifts. AI is pretty handy for doing a lot of the heavy lifting stuff. Like, I certainly don't want to be doing all the heavy lifting for coding, but I do want to spend time creating the solutions in coding. That's how I feel. That's where the joy in life is. AI will have to be implemented, I agree, but just putting something in a prompt so the AI makes it for you, is it something that I would make, that would make a high quality product. It would seem fake. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, that one of the biggest reasons not to use AI is getting called out for using AI. I mean, that would just destroy. Like, I've always been worried about plagiarism, the biggest thing. That's why I won't look at stuff that people want to send me. That's why even though I buy my competitor books, I don't look at it. For content, I look at until I've written my own. Sometimes I'll see, let's see if they did what I did. But mostly I just see, how's the design? Is it good, or am I beating them? Like I always think I am. I feel like I have got some of the sweetest designs for a black and white book. It's just so easy to look at. These other books I bought the other day that are selling crazy right now I don't think they're AI slop. The co-owner of the company, Justin, he's certain they're AI slop because they have all the languages all of a sudden. They went from nothing to having all the languages. You know, where it took us 4 years, now they've got Korean, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese. It's like too much, right? I know how long it takes to write a book, and they didn't write that book, you know. But I think it's an older book that they're just selling in a different name. But I forgot where I was going. Oh, but their design sucks. Like, it looks bad. And I think if the design is bad, it's harder to learn. If things aren't organized in a way, and you don't understand the flow of the book. Like, I'll tell you, this is a small thing, okay? When we have example sentences, okay? When we have example sentences, I always keep the wording example sentences. There's something about that. Sometimes I have a very, very, if I'm trying to fit something on a page, every now and then I'll remove it. It's very rare, but I hate to do it because when you learn a grammar, right? You learn a grammar, you see some charts, you learn a little bit more, you see another chart, and then you see example sentences. It sets your brain up to know we're in example mode. Let me study from that. That alone is important, I think. It's small things like that you keep in the books. Even though you could cram more into the book, you know, I spent a lot of time trying to cram as much as I could into this book, but you can't remove the word example sentences, example Q&A, example conversation. You know, you need those in there. People need to know where they are and what they're doing. And in conversations, you need to provide context. You can't just throw them out of conversation. Some of these books that I'm looking at, the competition, they don't care that you don't know the words they're using in the sentence. As long as their grammar that they're trying to teach you is in there. So it crushes my soul when I see a sucky book outselling us because their marketing's good. It really sucks. I keep doing this today. This is my thing today. I don't know what it is. What happened that all of a sudden I'm doing this? I never did this before. Yeah, I get not depressed, but I'm like, man, what am I doing? Am I going to spend another 4 years and do another book? Or, you know, are these people just going to, and then there'll be like 900 more books outselling us because I took 4 years to write it? I don't know, man. Maybe, where was that? I missed it. Maybe collab one day on music. I don't like to do collabs, especially with you, Japanizer. You've been one of the most irritating. I remember you from when you were Zet Horse 420. You are very irritating to me. Number one, I don't like to do collabs. Number one, I hate collabs because I want my creativity to be a thing. I was working on a book called 5555 with my friend Sarah, and it was going pretty well, I thought. But then I realized, oh no, my first novel is going to be written with Sarah? No way. Then they'll always think, oh, he doesn't write well without Sarah, or maybe he only writes well because of Sarah. No, I want to stand on my own. Okay. So no, I'm not going to do a collab with you. More primarily though, Japanizer, because you're irritating, and you know what I'm talking about. I for a long time I thought you were just a troll. There's no way this guy's a fan with the way he talks to me. Read about that data center twice the size of Manhattan. Yeah, it's crazy. There's one planned in Scotland where I'm from that will use 50% of the current electricity with the whole country. That's insane. And the thing about these data centers too is there was some guy that stood outside of it, and he had hear me out. We already have a ton of data centers. It's not like a new thing. Like server centers, for example. Our website is hosted throughout like Amazon, AWS, and whoever's providing the database and who's ever in the repo. All of that stuff is split out through a bunch of data centers. So we can't not have data centers. It's just that they should build them where there's no people. Don't build them in a city. Don't steal the city's infrastructure to build these data centers. But they're going to do it anyway. They don't care. Money talks. I hate to say that. Anyway, there's one plant in Scotland that will use 50% of the current electricity. That's insane. I'm so proud. Even to it takes years that I still watch the JFC videos and brought the books. Yes, I was learning German for a while, Captain. By the way, we have been in Naha and Motobu, Okinawa, for last September. But the weather killed me almost. Let's see what the weather will be like in November. Yeah, the summer in Japan is brutal. And I think probably Okinawa is even more brutal. That humidity will destroy you. And I refuse to go to Japan ever again in any summer. I will not travel anywhere. You know what? For all of the people hating Las Vegas heat when it's like 115 degrees, it is so much better than Japan at 80%. At 80 degrees with like 90% humidity. Like, Alexa, what's the humidity in Henderson?
Currently, the humidity is 6%.
6% right now. It's 100 degrees outside, but it's 6%. Alexa, what's the humidity in Tokyo?
Currently, in Tokyo, Japan, the humidity is 57%.
57%. That's 51 more percent humidity. That's crazy. Japanese textbooks, out of all of your Japanese textbooks, the only ones that need to be updated are JFZ3. And no, JFZ3 is updated. That got completely re-released. That was the most recent one. I would say less than 6. Let me check. Let me go get it. The book that's most needing an update right now is book 4. But this book, look how thick it is now. This is completely updated for the modern age. This was November. And it will get a new cover pretty soon. Probably within a few days, honestly. I have the finished covers. I just gotta make sure that the safe zones are all met. But I showed the new covers on yesterday's stream, I believe. Kanji series is also not getting updated. They're just gonna eventually there'll be a push for me to do Kanji from Zero Book 3. What I find amazing is that when I watch anime for almost 20 years, and of course you kind of save specific words and vocabulary in your brain. And many years later, with learning Japanese, you realize that you know a lot already. Yeah, the context helps. Like, I'm every day, I'm watching multi hours of kore kore, right? And what I love about watching kore kore is there's people that are arguing with each other. And that dynamic is so my dynamic. I am an arguer. So there's certain things that the people that are arguing well are saying, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's going in my repertoire. You know, there's a lot of things that I'm watching. Oh yeah, I need to update how I say that thing. There's certain things now, I can't remember them specifically right now, that the way that I say them are not the way Japanese people say them anymore. I've noticed that there's some shifts to like English or a different word, and I hear it and I'm like, okay, I gotta change it. Now I haven't tried it with my wife yet, any of these words yet. Any of these new ways of speaking. But I remember when I played it was a Korean game called White Day. It's called White Day. It was a horror game called, I think it was called White Day. And it was Korean, but it was a Japanese translation of it. And in there I learned the word konkyo, which means the root or basis of something. And from that game, I started saying to my wife, what's the basis of that argument? Well, there's another version of that I learned. Let me see if it's in my phone. Is it ariki? No, it wasn't ariki. Okay. Oh, there it is. It was another good one that I really got into. That into my head, like I went to start using this after I remembered to look it up. I now have 59 words. Where is it? The biggest one that I've learned, by the way, is kyoken, a falsehood or a lie. That one I never knew. I never used it. They use it all the time. Kyoyo is a good one. Coercion, extortion, compulsion, forcing. That's a good one. Chiwa genka. I didn't know that. That's a lover's quarrel. Chiwa genka. He was suggesting to a woman to get her kids into the day nursery, or she was telling him she needed money for it. It was takujisho. Never heard that before. Straight to the point. Tanto chokunyu. Never really heard that. I'm trying to find that. Oblique line. Shaseng. That's a cool one. Dante suru, to draw a conclusion. That's another good one. Oh, wait. There was a really good one. Oh, this one was the other day. I was always saying kotoba no jiyu, the freedom of speech, but it's genron no jiyu, actually. And this one lady was calling and she was complaining about a YouTuber that was like deleting comments, and she was genron tose, regulating the freedom of speech. Like, that's a big word for me to know. So, like, I might say that to my wife one day. Whoa, what do you mean you don't get upset when I say that? Are you just, like, regulating my freedom of speech? I can't wait for the day I can say that. The unvarnished truth. This came up, I think, yesterday. Sekirara. Sekirara means naked, nude, or unvarnished, right? Support. Uradzuke. The underlying truth. There it is. Uradzuke. That's what I was trying to get to. Uradzuke. So there's so much to learn. But for me, it's like if I'm watching these guys fight back and forth with awesome subtitling, right? I'm not using a tool to look things up. I'm just hearing it over and over again. And then eventually I look it up, and then eventually I hear it more and more again. That's the true learning. They have proven already that learning on the screen doesn't help children. It's hurting children more than a physical book. I'm trying to sell the books. I'm just saying. And so I think if you're going to learn with the screen, you've got to put your brain to usage. So I hear a word and I go, okay, let's see when that comes up again. If I hear it a few more times, then I'm going to look it up. I might look it up the first time too, but then I'm going to be like, I'm not going to try to memorize it. I'm just going to wait for it to come up again. And that's how you memorize things. It's not Anki or, some other thing, although I did learn things with Anki and other type SRS, it's just not fun. So too, however, looking at Amazon, it says 2016. What book are we talking about? Oh, book 3? Hang on. Let's check. That might be the published date, but it's not. The book's been updated. Oh wait, where am I? I was like, hey, Japanese.com. Okay. Oh, if you're looking at the Kindle version, that's not updated. I don't update those anymore because those are the ones that got pirated. This is the updated version of book 3. Yeah, the cover is wrong here. It's not showing the real cover. If you read the sample, you'll see it's the newer cover. This is the new updated one from last year, 2025, right there. See? 5th version, major update, November 2025. They're just not updating it on the outside. I don't know. Amazon sucks for those type of updates. It's really hard. That's interesting. We don't have all of the cool promotional work here like we do down here for this one. Oh, wait, where is that? Huh. There should be like... Oh, this stuff. Oh, maybe we have to go down. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, see, this says publication date 2014. But the most recent publication of this book was, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe? Just go inside and look, see? The most recent was 2023 for this book already, not 2014. All right. What do you think of using AI for quizzing yourself? For example, you learn a new concept and then you have it quiz you on it Socratically on it to figure out what you know and what you don't. Yeah. Or you could try to make Japanese friends. That's a good substitute though. I really do like your book design, easy to read, good pedagogic practices, well organized, helpful examples, clear direction, building on previous chapters. Hope you can keep up the good work. Thank you, I appreciate that. George, would you do a collab paint on painting with me? No, I will not. Las Vegas is a good example of data centers. Switch has many of them, but they aren't really taking up prime real estate to do so. Switch is insane in this town. If you drive by the Switch, they look like an evil corporation. They have these red, I can't explain it, these red LED light columns with like these spears. I mean, it looks like it's right out. I think they purposely made it look evil. Japan in summer is just Texas temp 80% of the time. Yeah, that's why I don't want to go to Texas, honestly. My dumbass is drenched in sweat, but the salaryman still wearing the suits and most not sweating. It pisses me off. Well, as you know, Japanese men are just robots, guys. We are in second already here in Japan. Am I missing a word here? Second. Next year, going to Japan, Tokyo, and Osaka. Which other city would be? Which another city should be visited? Fukuoka is good, I would say. You've got some good ones. Tokyo and Osaka are kind of awesome. You could always try to go to a country town up in the north, or go visit Hokkaido to Sapporo. Sapporo. That if you really want to see kind of difference, Sapporo. Cheers from Phoenix. Been watching your videos since 2007. Ever think about going back and doing a pronunciation comparison with Japanese and Chinese? The ones that are similar, for example, Shin. You know that no. The answer is no. I really want to build like polyglot mode stuff into the website, and I will eventually, just for my own enjoyment. But most people are not doing multiple languages. It's so rare. Like they're doing one language and they're trying to get good at that language. I mean, I didn't learn Korean until I was 40. You know what I mean? And it was I happened to see some hot Korean girls in K-pop videos. So it's rare that people do most. Now, I love the discussion of, for example, if you take Japanese, where you have ongaku, and you have the kanji for sound and enjoy, right? Ongaku. And then you take that on reading, which is the Chinese reading, and you go to Korean, and it's ak. Ak is gaku, is on. So umak, right? Now you've got another reading for on, which is Then you go to Chinese, which is yin, yin yue. Yin yue is the gaku, the ak, and on, yin. So any word that has yin in it, or on, or is related to sound. So then you could take that particular set and you could say hatsuon, pronunciation, par in Korean, fa yin. I might have my tone off on that, but fa yin. So those are and then now that you've got fa, pal, hatsu, well, you could say shupatsu, 출발, and I don't know in Chinese, probably, but I think it's 出发 actually. Alexa, how do you say departure in Chinese? I think it's 出发.
Departure in Chinese is
Nope.
离开.
离开. Give me a second. I'm gonna type it out. I'm gonna force type it out and see if we can get it to. So let's see. Chinese. Let's see. Chu. Would it be that chu or chu? This chu. There you go. Fa. Tiger nut, guys. It's tiger nut. Chu fa. To set off. Departure. So it is the meaning, right? 出发, right? To set off, and then you've got. Oh, I could keep going, but once you know the readings, you can magically just make up figure out what things are in Chinese and Korean. But most people haven't spent that much time studying to benefit from that. Or do they care enough to learn multiple languages? So me making materials for it, it's super last priority when, the unfortunate result of living in a capitalist society is you got to make money. And there isn't money made unless I'm doing videos where I'm like, Polyglot speaks Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Swahili. Just like the best ever gaijin speaking. That's how you make money. But I don't do videos like that. I typically don't make videos where they work though. I made one on Adventures in Zero, and it did Adventures from Japan, Adventures in Asia, sorry. And it's like my biggest video ever. So it works, but I don't chase those type of trends. Although I probably should, honestly. Cheers from Phoenix. Been watching your videos since 2007. Ever think about going back? Oh, Jesus, I just read that same thing again. Depends on the area. Osaka gets hot. UV umbrella. Glad I was able to listen to your stream. Gotta get to work. Gotta get my work done and buy your Spanish book. Keep up the great content. Bye and good night. Sorry, you probably wrote that a long time ago. Hello, George. Been listening. Listening when driving. MC Benjamin. Oh my God, it skipped ahead. Hang on. Spent a summer in Osaka. Nothing helps. I have my photos of summer in Fukuoka is brutal. I don't know where you're at. Oops, I have photos of my clothes drenched with salt stains. I don't ever need to see those, Sean. Okay? Like, I appreciate that you took the photos. I don't need to see them. I have my own salt drenched clothing. Anonymously mad. I love your books. Just finished Genki. It was too much. College required. Can't wait until Spanish from Zero tomorrow in the mail. Ooh. Yeah, hey, anonymously mad, can you do me a favor? You're going to be one of the first ones to get it. Can you take a photo? I ordered 5 for myself, but I ordered author copies, then take a little bit longer. Can you send me just a picture of the front in Polyglot George, at Polyglot George in Discord? Thanks. Anyone that gets Spanish, I'm curious if, what I don't know is like this got temporarily released for like a second or two, and then I immediately shut it down. It was accidental. If you get this cover, it's not the updated one, unfortunately. I want to know if you got the newer one with the new. I shouldn't say this because I don't want to get books returned. But let me know. Getting them returned is not good when a book first comes out. I was wondering if you have any tips for someone with crappy memory. Haha. Yes. Learn the things you like. You'll remember them a lot more. Whatever you're into, learn those things, Gianna. So if you like Pokemon, learn Pokemon, Japanese related words. You don't have to learn the full Japanese. You can just learn things around things that you like. If you like tea, learn about tea in Japanese. Last time I was in Korea, the school that I'd been going to for 10 years, or not 10 years, almost 12 years, I think, they closed down. I think Corona did them in, and I didn't know what to do. But my friend said her sister was learning to sing. So I said, can you introduce me to her teacher? She introduced me to her teacher, and I took singing lessons in Japanese. And I'm going to tell you right now, top 10 memory. So fun. I didn't even get very far in the lessons because I could only do so much time, you know. I went every day for a while, and it was so fun. And the teacher was so awesome. I laughed so hard. I recorded every video, and if I was actually doing Adventures in Asia, maybe I would actually release something. I gotta take a Violet's offer to edit my stuff. I really should, because she is a good enough a friend that she would actually edit it, you know. And I know all these big YouTubers in Japan, they get their stuff edited, you know, and that's what makes them big, you know. I gotta get that. It's not enough editing power in me to edit those videos. Anyway, I understand the concepts, but a month I forget them. You forget them because you're not using them. Don't feel bad. You don't have a bad memory. You have bad experiences. You need to use the Japanese. Like some of the most important words that people learn are in the moments where they're using it and they make a mistake. And it burns inside your brain. There's a lot of things that you would remember if you just used it even once in an actual conversation. Should I write a paragraph in Japanese every day to help me remember? That's cool. Writing your diaries in Japanese. But what would be better is, okay, I don't know if Hello Talk is good anymore because I haven't used it in a while, but I remember there used to be a way to write moments on this Hello Talk app, which had a lot of Japanese people there, but you could write your diary as a moment on Hello Talk, and that would maybe get people to talk to you, and then you could have them correct you, and you would learn a lot that way. Cheers for the direct response. I lived in China for over 10 years, and I majored in Japanese back in college. That's why I ask. Okay? About the pronunciation thing, right? Cantonese is Jamok. Is it Jamok? Really? Jam? Jam? There's an M sound in Cantonese? Interesting. You have good tones. Respect. The thing is, I didn't study tones, but I do listen to the way they're saying things. That's why I don't like the whole pitch accent thing. It's like, if you're properly listening and paying attention, you won't have to think, what tone is this? I literally don't remember. I have a hard time remembering there's like one tone goes, rang, and then there's like, whoa. And I don't know if they're the same. I think one's 2 and one's a 3, but I don't remember the numbers. I just remember how it sounds. Likai. I think is what you're saying, right? I don't know, to be fair. I don't know. In Japan now, the things I've learned from your book have been helpful. I wish I was able to make it through more of the book and more of the videos. I mean, you still could, Cybertrash. There's nothing stopping you. Hang on, guys. Let me make sure I... Okay, done. Where was I there? Okay. No, don't want to be a Xiaoma NYC. Hey George, I heard the other day that if you use seppun instead of kisu, he gives you a weird vibe. What do you think? What? You mean seppuku? Is seppun the word for kiss? I thought it was seppuku. Or is that cutting your stomach open? Let me go to gshow.org. Yeah, Chinese food. Seppuku. Oh, that's how to kitty backwards. Yeah, that's right. Oh. Okay. Seppun. Boy, I haven't heard that one in a long time. Like I know, sesshoku kiss is you'll hear. Maybe not. That's when you drink someone's drink. It's a contact kiss. Sesshoku kiss. Like if you accidentally drink someone's drink, sesshoku kiss shite shimatta. Seppun. Let me read your sentence again. I heard the other day, if you use seppun instead of kisu, he gives you a weird vibe. I don't know what that means. He gives you a weird vibe? What do you think? I don't know what you mean. He gives you a weird vibe. I've never said seppun shimashou. It's kisu. It's always been kisu. for me. I know the word seppun, but you see how much I've used it. I thought it was seppuku. I probably would have said to the girl, hey, I want to cut my stomach open. I'm sorry. Can I cut your stomach open? Seppuku shite ii desu ka? That'd actually be a funny mistake to make. Sumimasen, seppuku shite mo ii desu ka? Eh? Ah, gomen. Seppun deshita. Sumimasen. Posting these photos on Discord immediately. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Will I be doing live stream classes for Spanish from zero? Ooh. No, I don't think so. I'm not qualified to teach it. That'd have to be Hugo for sure. I could be a good team with him. Once I remember exactly what we're talking about, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I remember we went through this, and let me explain something. George, I started learning Korean last year. Do you have tips for studying both Japanese and Korean? I made one video called Japanese from Korean or something like that, or Korean from Japanese. But I have a ton of hints. The first would be, there's books that are designed, if you know a lot of Japanese, there's books that are designed for Koreans to learn Japanese, or Japanese to learn Korean. And those are pretty good because they show you, this is the Japanese concept, here's the exact same thing in Korean, and you go, oh, they're so similar. The grammar is so similar. But if you learn Korean from English, you don't get the benefit of how close Japanese and Korean is. So, for example, one of the reasons that I know so many Korean words is because I know the Japanese words. I can just figure out what the reading is. And a lot of times, I'll want to know a word. I remember, okay, this happened to me. I was at a Korean restaurant with my friend, with my friends, with the Korean meetup group here in Vegas. And I used to always take them to this place called the Q Bistro, which is a Korean fusion place. And the waitress was Japanese. I mean, Korean. Oh my God. The waitress was Korean. So I started talking to her, right? And she said she's in college. And I said, what are your studies, right? And she said it in English. She said, gender issue studies. And I said, oh, wait, don't tell me. I'm gonna come up with what it means in Korean. I've never heard that before, gender issue studies, okay? So, gender issue, right? I know in Japanese, seibetsu mondai. Seibetsu mondai. And I know that Korean, so many times, any kanji that ends in a tsu becomes ul. It turns into something ul, right? And I thought of other words that I know with the kanji, the sound se, and I just said, is it 성별 문제? I pulled it out of the air to say gender issues. 성별 문제. She's like, whoa! And I'm like, yeah, you can just pull things out of the air because you know the Japanese, and eventually you see patterns. And it's so common that these patterns work that when they don't work, you're at least close most of the time. So many times I'll just say something and I go, is it and they're like, and it's like off by just the one vowel's off, but they could figure it out, you know? Like maybe I didn't say 성별, maybe I said 성비al, for example, 성비el or something like that. Maybe I say it wrong completely, but they go, 성별, ne? Like they know it from how close you got. But learning Korean from Japanese sources is totally fun. There's a book called Juyo Bunpo. I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. Give me a second. Here, I'll give you guys all a really big hint. Go to amazon.co.jp. Okay. You can buy and deliver to, oh my God. Oh, thank God that wasn't my real address. Whew! You can change your delivery address to America, okay? So if I look up this book, Kankoku Bunke 100. Hopefully it's still there. This book series. I love this book series right here. I'd recommend this for you. This is great. Give me a second. Oh, thank God. None of my addresses. All these addresses are not. Oh. I used to have an office at that Port Louis address, but that's not my house anymore. And the other one, that other address that you guys saw, 10624, if you ever want to send me anything, that is my address that I'm allowing people to send me things. Whew. Whew. Amazon gets me every time. Let me log out of this thing so I don't do anything else. I literally have had my address completely shown up on stream before. I'll tell you what happened one time. I was going through videos on stream, and I was just looking at like videos, and I was seeing cute videos of my daughters. This is like in 2016, okay? And in my brain, I was clicking to see what the video was, because it was from an era, you know? And I clicked it, but I was sharing my screen, and the birth of my second daughter, full spread, my wife's legs full spread, head crowning, blood, just like, and then the baby just like, and it was like, and people were like, there was like 8 people watching, and they're like, what did I just see? You just saw the birth of my daughter. And I panicked. I was like, and I couldn't close it fast enough. I didn't have a Stream Deck, so I didn't have a button to just dump. Oh my God. Not a good moment for me. Luckily, no one was recording. I don't randomly watch family videos anymore. Okay. Sapche sounds like yum, yum, yamok, yamok, yamok. I speak Cantonese natively. Don't even think I could learn tones. Most native speakers don't. As non-native speaker, it's a doozy. Yep. Seppun. Thank you. I've seen this in Showa Jidai era novels. I haven't heard anyone speak it colloquially. I knew the word seppun. I literally just forgot it 100% and replaced it with the closest thing. The other word in my head was seppang, to cut expenses, to split expenses. But is the progression of the concepts the same order as Japanese from 0 in Korean 0? No, it is not. Like you start out with the letter. No. Well, in Korean, you can't do it progressively. You can't teach the Hangul progressively. The good news is you can learn all of the Korean writing in like less than a week, okay? But there's still rules you need to know. There's like a whole chapter on rules that you need to know about the way characters change. You won't remember them, so it literally says like, read this and then come back and review every now and then. Because they say Hangul is easy, that an idiot can learn it in 2 days or something like that. The problem is it is easy, but there's a lot of rules that make it not so easy. So I always tell Koreans, so what's this? Why isn't it read like this? Like, oh yeah. Why isn't this read like this? Oh yeah. Why does N and an R become a double L? Like it's dumb. Why does this become an M? How on earth is this an M? You know, in this sound. So, but anyway, so you can't split it. I wanted to split it, but you can't. You just got to learn literally all the Hangul right up front. And then the very first lesson, everything you have to be able to read. But it's not so bad. It's not so bad. You go through a little bit of practice and you get there. But of course, we do progressively then teach from there things. But it's not the same order as Japanese, because I'll tell you a little fun secret. Chinese from 0 was originally being written by a man who was fluent in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. And I gave him the Korean from 0 books as an example of like our style. And he just copied the order for Chinese completely. And I was flabbergasted. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do, because every language has different things that need to be learned first. Because the way that Chinese, for example, does verbs, you could jump into verbs right away. Because Chinese doesn't have all these crazy conjugations, but not for Japanese, not for Korean. You need to learn so much stuff before you get into the hardcore verb stuff. But with Chinese, you can get right into it, because it's just easier. They don't have weird things, you know? And I had to drop him from the book. I dropped him from the entire series. I found out a long time ago that Spanish, Castellano, And Japanese have similar vowel sounds like a, I, u, e, o, which sound pretty cool. Yes. Should I use ima wa versus ima? It depends on if you want to stress wasabi aisu. So, for example, like, what do you, well, how are you studying Japanese? Ima wa. Well, now, I blah, blah, blah. There's an implication that you did it a different way before. What are you doing right now? Ima benkyou shitemasu. I'm studying now. You wouldn't have to say ima wa benkyou shitemasu. You could just say ima benkyou shitemasu. I'm studying now. It's when you want to stress. That's what the wa is doing there. I think Persona 5 Royale would be a great game for you. I have it. I also have Persona 4. The prequel, I guess, to it. The pronunciation of Korean is a lot harder than Japanese. That is true. 100% true. I'm still having a hard time with the o and a. Yeah, well, o is this. No, just literally ah. Open your mouth with an ah sound and say oh. It's the mouth sound. It's the mouth. 100% the mouth. Okay, so for example, take the two oo sounds in Korean, okay? You've got oo, which is this one. Oo. Right? The opposite of o. The o is this one. This is oo, right? Ooh. But if you want to say the other one, which is just a straight line, now watch. It's just the shape of the mouth that changes the sound. It's not anything more complicated. Ah, oh, 없어요, 없어요. 아, 이런 거 없어. 나 Right? It's just the shape of the mouth. There was a Japanese girl that I was talking to in Korea all the time. She was coming, like, she would stay there for 2 weeks and then go back. She was like a designer. Super beautiful. Very enjoyable to look at. Love talking to her. So one night we were talking for like 3 hours in the coffee shop. And I noticed she stares at my mouth the entire time. And I was like, why is she doing that? Because we were speaking like Japanese and Korean. We were mixing it back and forth. And then I realized that's a better way to look. Like, if you look at someone's mouth when they're speaking Korean, you understand it more. There's more cues that your brain can pick up on that you don't even realize. And so I started doing it, and it helped my Korean out a little bit, not like a ton, but enough where I was like, oh, that's interesting. And it also lets you know how your mouth needs to shape. You don't have to physically like get a book on mouth shapes in Korean. That's like the pitch accent thing. Mouth shapes in Korean. You don't need that. But it's if you look at it enough, your brain will make that pattern change for you. Hang on. Oh my god. Okay. So if you learn Japanese and Korean first, then Chinese is easy. It's not easy, no. Nope, not easy. It feels easy in some aspects, for sure. Not easy though. It's so different. It's so different than what you know in Japanese and Chinese that it's a little bit of a mind bend. My wife is from Osaka, but also fluent in Korean, Mandarin, Chinese, and English. Really impresses me when we travel. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd marry a girl like that right away. Is there a way to specify future tense without saying words like ashita? Like today will be a good day. I will be happy. There really is, like we say, ni narimasu. Kyou wa ii hi ni narimasu. It's going to be a good day. Is ni naru means it hasn't happened yet. So ni narimasu, like it will happen. That's automatically future. There's a lot of words that situationally are automatically. So for example, if you say, if you're having a conversation and someone asks you, well, what are you doing tomorrow? And you just say, Tokyo ikimasu. I'm going tomorrow. It's implied that it's future because the question was, what are you doing tomorrow? It's a future question. But if they say, what do you do every day? And you say, Tokyo ikimasu. I go to Tokyo every day. It's situational. It's just the nature. There is no specific future perfect. No, I don't want to say future perfect. Sorry. Perfectly future. There is no, in Korean there is. Korean has like a way to force something into the future, but then they have urkoyo, which is like, a lot of people like to add sumori. If you put sumori on it, it forces it to be future. Like ikud sumori desu. But I hear a lot of people doing that, and it's weird. If someone asks you, what are you going to be doing tomorrow? And you say, Tokyo ni ikud sumori desu, Yes, you have effectively made it future no matter what, because it's tsumori means it doesn't happen. It's not a habitual thing going on, but it sounds weird. It's like, what are you doing tomorrow? I intend on going to Tokyo. We say I'm going to Tokyo. But we have the same thing in English, you know? If you say I'm going to Tokyo, that's ongoing present tense form and it's future tense. What are you doing right now? I'm going to Tokyo. What are you doing tomorrow? I'm going to Tokyo. It's not so weird when you peg it in English. We do the same exact thing, so don't overthink about it. Don't be upset that you don't have an actual future tense that works. We also don't, like we have I will go to Tokyo, but we also have going to Tokyo, okay? Don't overthink it. I hate saying that, but I love saying it. It's kind of a mixed bag. I hate saying it because it seems like a cop-out, like, you know, but if you overthink, if you ask so many questions in a language, you're just going to be bogged down in riddles, you know? You know, a lot of times you just got to let go. You got to let go. It's too much for the brain to process if you try to cover everything. The equivalent of like asking all these questions is like thinking about every breath and every blink that you do. Just like, that's what pitch accent is too. Everything I say, wait, do I have enough breath? Okay, I have enough breath to say this sentence. Oh, I forgot to blink. Try to concentrate on every manually blinking and manually breathing. You would give up. You just give up. I'd end it. If people had to manually breathe, it would be about no people on this earth anymore. Mark's, hang on, let's see. I missed a couple things. When I started Japanese, I kind of felt like I was being racist when I spoke katakana words. True. I still feel racist when I try to do any Spanish in the proper accent. Amigo. ¿Dónde estás, mi amigo? ¿Cómo estás? I kind of felt like, I mean, when I say the word Mexican, I feel that's pretty Mexican of you, boy. Feels racist. I don't know. Just saying Mexican feels racist. But it's the same thing with every other language. Like, because the thing is, in order to have a good accent, you have to be racist. In order to have a good accent, you got to be like, ah, そうですか。それはすごいですね。Ah, what is your name? Like, you have to do that. You have to speak in a very stereotypical way because that's the accent. Ah, 그래요. Korean. Ah, 그래요. Ah, 왜 그래? Huh? You know, you have to sound that way. Or unless you want to sound bad. It's something you have to get over. It's embarrassing, too, to speak in another language. A tip for those who want to learn multiple languages, Japanese and Korean and Piggy back off each other quite a bit. For reading, a lot of kanji can help when learning Chinese. Yes, I believe I said that exact thing earlier. I believe I was going down that path, but I 100% agree. You are correct. Kanji is insanely important to Korean, even though Koreans typically don't use kanji. They learn kanji, but all Korean, like I can say probably this is 100% true. All Koreans hate kanji. I've never met someone that goes, oh, I just love kanji. They do not love it, but they all learn it in school. They learn like 1,800 kanji. There's a lot of overlap, right? So there's books that show those overlaps. I have 2 of them that I bought. I almost wrote a book on it, but it's too minor. Compound words in Japanese are usually almost the same meaning. Sometimes. There's a lot of things that happen in Chinese that don't match up with the Japanese, and it's confusing to me. Like that Li Kai thing we just did, right? For departure. It wasn't chufa like I thought it was. It might be, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, like, for example, the verb to go, iku, is xing, I think, which means, like, it's okay or something like that. It's not to go. For those who want to learn Chinese, I would rank Mandarin easier than Cantonese, but those two are very similar in grammar. Yeah, I wouldn't even learn Cantonese. That's me personally. I'm a Mandarin guy. It's been 7 years since I started learning Japanese. Congratulations, Jarrell Mason. Is there any way to say upset instead of all I can think of is okoru. There's mukatsuku. Hontoni mukatsuku. This is really pisses me off. Okoru is the common one. Okotteru is mukatsuku. Kigen ga naname. Kigen ga naname desu. My, what does that translate to? My mental state is diagonal. Kigen, my mood is diagonal. So kigen is mood, or you say kibun warui, but that can mean you're sick, but it could also mean like chotto kibun warui, like I don't feel so good about this, right? Let's look up and see here. Kigen ga naname desu. Where's my Japanese mode here? Kigen ga naname. That's the wrong. Sorry, that's the wrong. That's the wrong. I'm in a foul mood. Kigen ga naname.
Kigen ga naname.
And then there's mukatsuku. It's a good one. Guess they're only showing it for that. Ochikonderu? Ochikomu? Depressed, to feel down. Yeah. Serena Garnett. Serena Garnett. Oh my God, I did not read that right. Hi George, your content helped me start learning Japanese, and now 3 years later I'm N2. Wow. N2 is insane. Just let me give you an understand. Let me explain to you guys. Everything that we teach in Japanese from 1 through 5 is N4 and 5. N3, I think, is enough grammar to make another 5 books. And she's an N2. Assuming Serena's a girl name. And now my husband is learning from your videos. I appreciate you. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, but iku isn't a compound. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. You're not wrong there. There just are a lot of compounds that don't work in Chinese. Like a lot do. It's a lot of overlap. Like when I was buying a camera in China at Sam's Club of all places, it was a Chinese Sam's Club. I like just typed out all the words. The ones that sucked were the ones that were katakana in my head, and I didn't know any other way to write it. So yeah, and so I was trying to figure out like what's the yo and stuff like that, and they understood it. And then I got to the register, and I needed something that I didn't have, and that's when I learned meiyo, don't have, meiyo ma. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. Meiyo means not have. I needed to do something with my credit card for it to work. I ended up having to pay in cash. Another compound, kigen, same in Chinese and Japanese. Okay. Kubetsu. What about haraga-tatsu? Oh, haraga-tatsu is a good one, yeah. That's a good one. Very good one. Haraga-tatsu. My stomach is standing. That's another pisses me off one. Speaking of hara, I'm getting hungry. Ima ie ni itte imasu. There's also like iku tochu, I'm on the way. Mukatteru saichu, iku tochu. Atama ni kuru, another good one. Coming to my head, atama ni kuru. Meiyo. Another good tones again. How rare is it for someone who speaks English to reach N1? You know, I don't know. I know. I've seen quite a few people that get N1, and then there's those fantastic videos, the rage bait videos, people that get to N1 but can't have conversations. I'm like, what were you doing? How do you get to N1 without speaking Japanese? You're an idiot. You stayed in your house the whole time. You didn't make Japanese friends. Those people are introverting their way through Japanese. I'm an extrovert. I love tests, but I'm not studying for a test. I'm studying to tell a Japanese joke. I'm studying to make a pun in Japanese. I'm studying to talk to a beautiful girl. I'm not studying to score on a test. I'm learning the language to communicate. It's not an art to master or to help you pass a test. It's to communicate and have experiences in the language. So I don't care if I'm not perfect in the language. I just care that I'm being understood. Granted, I get good because I do a lot of talking with people. So naturally, over time, you get good anyway. All right. We've made a lot of progress today, guys. I'm going to play the new version of the Chinese Girls Rock My World song on the way out. It is, I added a bunch of Chinese yesterday. I have not vetted it if it's correct, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I put it into Google and after I sang it already, and it was good. So you can watch that stream. Oh, if you want to watch that stream, it's over on the George Trombley Creates channel. There was like 2 people watching, mostly one person watching, and that was just my friend Violet for the few hours that I was doing that over there. But here we go. We're going to watch, on the way out, Chinese Girls Rock My World. A man who learns Chinese because he loves Chinese girls.
5 years ago I thought Koreans were the best.
너무 예쁘네.
5 years before that, Japanese girls passed my test. But now the great land of China is where I stand, And Chinese girls are so hot, I need a foldable fan. I 喜欢亚洲女孩，所以我开始学亚洲的语言。我这其实是日本人，可是我天生真想中国的女人，因为这是大问题，麻烦的。我要这流汗，他们刚度我。我的中文还不够，可是我已经真爱上我女人。比韩国女人漂亮，比日本女人可爱，因为我太喜欢中国女人。我得学习中文，刚度我。Chinese girls are hotter than a dragon blowing fire, cuter than a button, fueling all my Asian desires. The girls in Guangdong speak Cantonese, whispering love into my ear while eating snakes, filling all my needs. The girls in Yunnan speak Mandarin, lying about their husbands while filling pools for me to swim. My Chinese sickness was diagnosed intense yellow fever. After a month in Beijing, how could I not be a believer? Chinese girls are so raw and so real. After Japan and Korea, it's really surreal.
Yo, George, I thought you loved Koreans, and before that, Japanese.
Oh hey Kyle, how'd you begin? My heart wants what my heart needs. Now do me a favor and shut your mouth, please. But you're still married, right? And you've got tons of Korean friends. Why do you need Chinese girls now? Are they just a means to your end? My Japanese wife, yeah, I love her, man, of course I do. Now go back to jumping on your trampoline. Her TikTok views. 我的中文还不够，可是我已经真爱中国女人，比韩国女人漂亮，比日本女人可爱，因为我太喜欢中国女人。我得学习中文，刚度我。You're not even worthy enough to carry my Japanese wife's shoes. My Korean friends, they're all chinchayepo. I see them every time I tochak in gimpo.
People like you don't know how to dream. Don't you know Chirimoto More by Yamato Naru is my theme. Specks of dust when piled up become a mountain. Have you even tried drinking from the Asian girl water fountain? Anyways, I've got to go. Things are moving so fast. Japan, Korea, and China are now firmly in my past. I got a feeling Vietnamese girls are gonna be the next big blast. Xin chào, tôi là người Mỹ. Xin hãy dạy tôi Quang ngữ và ba. 我的学习中文刚读。哦哦。I made a mistake, or two, or three, or maybe four. I'm not sure how many, but my wife's not happy anymore. I was just having fun. What did she expect? I was living in the moment, and as a result, I got wrecked. Alright, here we go. Vietnam was amazing, Japan was great, Korea was fun, but China sealed my fate. My intentions were pure, but my thoughts naive. I should have said no when that girl pulled on my sleeve. She was beautiful. She wore a long red China dress, head to her shoulders. She was about 25, I guess. She approached with a smile, invited me to tea. I was stunned and shocked, but of course followed happily. The bar was empty, just me and her. Rubbing my arm, she says my hair feels like fur. She gazed into my soul, pulling all my strings. I was a mouse in a trap, not aware of anything. Her goldfish-shaped eyes had me in a trance. Her shiny red lipstick made my heart prance. She asked, is it okay if I get a drink? I wanted to be nice, I didn't have time to think. It wasn't a problem, the dollar was strong. I would practice my Chinese, I had no plans of staying long. At first it was great, she was impressed with my tones. My Chinese was on fire, heat was in my bones. I was speaking Chinese like crazy, perfect every line. Sure, the Chinese tea was bitter, but I didn't mind. 我的知识是日本人，我和早餐之前结婚了。我可以说日语和韩语，但是我的中文还不够，因为过你和茶，做我的中文在改善。My Asian fever heated up, the room spinning fast. I took another swig of tea, but that will be my last. I woke up in a hospital, my arm in a cast. I had no idea what had happened or that 2 days had passed. I still have my wallet, no money inside. Passport and phone on a table by my side. Turned on my phone, 100 calls from my wife. What have I done? Asian fever's ruined my life. 常時大丈夫生きてるのどうすればいい心配だよ今すぐ電話して電話に出てよ I called right away in the middle of the night. I was ready for what was bound to be a big fight. My wife was angry, she was right and I was wrong. She yelled until she could yell no more, and I cried all night long. She was beautiful. She wore a long red China dress, hair to her shoulders. She was about 25, I guess. She approached with a smile, invited me to tea. I was stunned and shocked, but of course followed happily. Those drinks in the bar cost me a pretty penny. Barely practiced my Chinese, regrets I got plenty. I'm gonna take a break from all these Asian women. I think it's about time I picked up some German. European styling was never my taste. I certainly never considered dating the master race. But when I stepped off the plane in Munich, I decided German was the next box I would tick. Asia had been great, but I decided to explore. I had a feeling the EU could give me something more. German girls are so pretty when I see them online, but I had to meet one in person. Could they really be this fine? Chinese girls had rocked me with umbrellas and dragons, but nothing beats German girls racing red-hot Volkswagens. Japanese girls are anime perfect, no matter what you say. But nothing compares to German große Luftballons in any way. Ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf is always followed by sechs. Sieben, acht, neun feels good in the groin, oh yes. German girls are wunderbar in the east and the west. Central European time zone means you never get to rest. I was lonely on day one, then I saw her in a beer hall. She was carrying Zwangsche Spear, the entire table having a ball. Asia is behind me now, the world no longer small. Mr. Gorbachev, I thank you for tearing down that wall. Her hair was golden, eyes bluer than a midsummer sky. We talked for hours, she knew I was married, I couldn't possibly lie. Her phone number in my pocket, a fresh hole now burning. Like a teenager in school, my mind and heart were churning. Ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf is always followed by sechs. Sieben, acht, neun feels good in the groin, oh yes. German girls are wunderbar in the east and the west. Central European time zone means you never get to rest. Yo George, what are you doing so far from Asia? Have you forgotten your roots? Do you have dysplasia? Hey Kyle, don't you think it's time to say Auf Wiedersehen? Try minding your own business, don't take me off my game. George, we've had this discussion all over the world. You can just learn the language, you don't always need a girl. I told you before, I got my methods. Trust me, they work. Now go back to Thailand. Please stop being such a jerk. Ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf is always followed by sechs. Sieben, acht, neun feels good in the groin, oh yes. German girls are wunderbar in the east and the west. Central European time zone means you never get to rest. I called her number, we agreed on a time and a date. Got dressed in my best thread. Let's early, won't be late. Walking down the Strasse when something caught my eye. 5 Korean girls dancing sexy, looking TikTok fly. Was Kyle right? Was Germany not where I belong? Then from a tiny noodle shop, I heard a familiar song. We sang it to our children when they were young, me and my wife. It was then I realized German girls had no place in my life. Ein, zwei, drei, vier, fünf isn't always followed by sechs. Sieben, acht, neun shouldn't feel good in the groin, I guess. German girls are wunderbar in the east and the west, but in Pacific time zone with my wife is where I should rest. Auf Wiedersehen.
I never liked Spanish. Why don't you learn it? They ask, but I didn't wanna. Spanish wasn't fun, it was boring, so I thought until I went to Tijuana. The day I arrived was Dia de Muertos. In English it dice Day of the Dead. I ordered huevos rancheros with coffee and some queso bread. I was tired and exhausted when the food hit the table. She had the softest face, like a princess from a fable. I took the plate accidentally, brushing her hand. She reminded me of my wife years ago.
But this is a faraway land. I'm 50 years old now. It can't be more than 23. I'm wearing a t-shirt with shorties, wearing a black skirt with lace. The air feels muy pesado. My heart feels it también. I'm happily married. This shouldn't be happening to me again. I mustered up my courage and said, ¿Cuál es tu nombre? She said, Mi nombre no es importante. Tú no tienes hambre. I had to think fast. It was hard. I was still so new at Spanish. I was hungry, yeah, but this girl answered my every wish. I said, por supuesto tengo hambre, pero que tú eres muy bonita. Si tienes tiempo, quiero comer contigo esta comida. Boy, gringo, your Spanish isn't half bad, she replied. I knew from the look on her face she was just being kind and had lied. I'm 50 years old now, she's younger than my first daughter. I should be strong at this age now, yet my heart's starting to totter. My blood began to race, my brain began to strategize. How could I touch her soft black hair and kiss those puppy dog eyes? Jorge, ¿por qué estás aquí? ¿Tú estás solo? ¿Dónde estás tu esposa? I looked to the left and to the right for a while. The voice was familiar. It was my old friend Kyle. Mucho tiempo siempre eres mi amigo. Ella está en mi casa con nuestro gato. George, you being here is a serious scandal. All these muchachas bonitas are too much for you to handle. I'm 50 years old now. In a few years I might be dead. This camarera bonita shouldn't be dancing in my head. Kyle has known me longer than my wife, so he knows this girl would only bring me strife. I closed my eyes, I focused, I had to concentrate. I used all my will, I pushed and pushed her from my fate. Gracias, pero yo estoy casado, I said to la camarera. Her face turned sour as she left. Ella estaba muy molesta. Kyle tapped me on the shoulder saying you did the right thing. But I suggest when you travel, you always wear your wedding ring. I'm 50 years old, but I'm much smarter now. I don't need a girl to learn a language. I'll manage somehow. Back at home, I gave my wife a hug and a kiss. Kyle again saved the day. I'm mucho thankful for this. I'm the best Spanish speaker on this planet. You couldn't beat me in a challenge even if you planned it. When I eat Mexican, I always get queso and frijol. Now take a moment and check out my freestyle español. Yo como comida, yo bebo café. Tú comes la pizza, yo como tu madre. Él es mi amigo, ellas son mis mujeres. Tú no tienes amigos, tú solo tienes deberes. Tú solo tienes deberes. Nosotros tenemos mucho dinero. Tú no tienes, tú eres frijolero. Ustedes tienen mis gatos y perros, pero yo tengo tus bujos y corderos. My Spanish is great, yours is lacking. Get off your trasero, you've certainly been slacking. Spanish is easy if you're a genius like me. I'll be right back, I need to get more tea. Yo vivo en Japón, tú vives en tu mente. Nosotros vivimos en lujo, Trump es tu presidente. Ustedes son grandes idiotas. Ustedes necesitan cerrar las bocas. Mi madre cree que tú no eres mi amigo. Yo creo que tú eres mi enemigo. My Spanish is great, yours is lacking. Get off your trasero, you've certainly been slacking. Spanish is easy if you're a genius like me.
I'll be right back, I need to go pee. Yo creo que tú eres mi enemigo. My Spanish is great, yours is lacking. Get off your trasero, you've certainly been slacking. Spanish is easy if you're a genius like me. I'll be right back, I've had way too much tea. I thought my stories were done, but I got one more in me. This is about a girl that got away, never to return. Woo! And she might not be here with me physically right now, but she's on my mind, yeah. This is the story of how my life got flipped upside down. At age 15, I was standing alone in a Filipino barrio town. You need to learn about money, my dad said as he sent me. The anti-Will Smith, rich to rags, just clothes and no money. There wasn't running water, just a steel pumping a well. The first few days I was sick, not doing so swell. The roads paved in dirt, the house a shack, just 3 walls. No electricity, no police, no one to answer my calls. First I was worried, everything so bleak. I was sick of throwing up, body twisted and weak. But everything changed when I met my Marlene. Pitch black hair, tan skin, cute face, body lean. Bip, bap, bambina, I'm falling for this Filipina. Humidity high, we talk till dawn and her old father strike. Her eyes shine bright, this is my chance, how, when, and where should I strike? Snick, snack, Santina, I'm enthralled with this Filipina. We sat in innocence, her hand in mine. The clock had stopped, we were lost in time. Bali talk in my mouth, just 5 centavo, my whole guitar. Sharon Cuneta High School in my head, every lyric kaganda. Lumpia frying in the pan, chicken arroz caldo roasting on an open flame. My baby magarap, my pig roasting on a bamboo lace lane. Oh yeah, Marlene on my mind, I learned Tagalog, arrow. Fight flies at night in the river basin, running from Carabao. That's right, Marlene on my mind, black eyes, black hair, and a chanting bongo. I never wanna leave, where else on earth would I even want to go? Nowhere, baby, the P.I. Mic-Mac Makina. My heart belongs to a cute Filipina. Sitting on a bench leg to leg, sharing sweet melon candy. Nothing else matters, round hole, round peg, my whole existence dandy. Pip-pap pupina, how can I leave this Filipina? Japan, just a memory, the island's where my heart belongs. A beauty so alluring, the muse of 1,000 songs. I remember her now and then, her eyes so warm and kind. Is she happy, is she content? Am I ever on her mind? I left the Philippines, not by choice. Now she's gone forever. I thought I would return one day, but that day turned out to be never.
Kung bumalik ka man, dala mo pa bang hindi? O dala mo lang ang alaala nating sandali? Kahit tapos na, kahit short ang story, you were my first foreign love, my melon candy. Melon candy, hati tayo sa tamis. Sa likod ng trike, parang mundo'y na-freeze. Tumigil ang oras, hawak ang kamay. Pero alam ko rin, di siya magtatagal sa aking buhay.
Zip
zippity dippity cantina. I'll never forget my Filipina. She's part of my life journey, but all good things come to an end. But I wouldn't change any of my choices, even if time could bend. Trickety lick dickety Fantina. I was once in love with the napakagandang Filipina. Like white on rice, she'll always be a part of me. Fabric sewn into my quilt, line of my life tapestry. Jiggity tiggity parentina. She was one super special Filipina. Truggity doggity Roman Athena. In my mind forever, my little Filipina. Hunkity tonkity elastic neutrina. In time and space lives my Filipina. I'll always remember you, my itty bitty pretty Filipina. You're always on my mind, my beauty booty duty moody Filipina. You always gonna be in my heart, you trickety bickety dickety Filipina. Hallelujah.